Too long, bruv. I can't be bothered for it. Right, big up everyone. Like and subscribe. All of that. Is my audio good? Let me have a check. Yep, my audio's fine. Big up everyone. Like, subscribe, all of that crap. We're here after another loss. We're here after another loss to City. Yet this one was even more embarrassing than the last one. I expected to lose. I expected nothing, and yet I'm still disappointed. I'm still pissed off. I'm still infuriated with the manner of which we went down. There was no pride. There was no will to even fight for something or to try and go down swinging. Imagine we played better in the league match than that. And I expected rotations, but we played enough first team members that we could have at least given it a game. It's just we played the same first teamers that have been letting us down all season. Jorginho, Koulibaly, Mount, Havertz, fucking hell, likes of Ziyech, Gallagher, all of that. Fucking embarrassing. We're going to delve into all the news surrounding the game. I did see that Joao Felix news as well. We'll talk about that towards the end of this dialogue, but why? This makes fuck all sense, but whatever. It makes fucking no sense at all. But we'll delve into all of it. Big up everyone. We got over 200 of you lot in here already. That's how you know we fucked up. Big up everybody. Like, subscribe. I'm going to try and get through the comments as quick as possible. But if you want to guarantee that your comment gets read out, drop a super chat. Check out Jerseys FC in the description below for all your best affordable football kits. Even if you don't want to get a Chelsea shirt because you're fucking embarrassed by the state of this club, get whatever you want to get. My code still applies. 20% off. Use the code CarefreeLewisG. Jerseys FC is in the description below. And yeah, bless, peace, up the Chelsea, all of that. Fuck the Chelsea. And let's get into it. Big up Lewis. Everyone was rubbish except Kovacic, Hall, they were all rubbish, bro. Lewis Hall was the only decent one out of the lot, and that's only because he could take on players. The bar is in hell if we're discussing those sorts of performances. Everyone was a letdown. It's just I'm not going to get at the likes of Hall and Humphreys because they're young, inexperienced players. I don't really care too much. It's the first teamers that let us down again, and we'll get into that. What else everyone's saying? Graham Poll was keen on Turan. That's great, but with Mount and Havertz, it don't mean shit. It don't mean anything. Like, get him in the summer if he's free. I don't care about right now. He's not going to do anything when we have no one who's going to feed them consistent chances or even retain possession. It's pointless. It's fucking pointless. It's absolutely pointless. Big up yourself, though, Henrik. I hope you're all good. What else is everyone saying? Woke up this morning. Oh, you didn't even watch the game, Frosted. Big up yourself. What a great shout. My dumbass traveled to that, and my dumbass traveled back. Should have just stayed in Manny. Can't be bothered. Right, the transfer news I'm seeing from you, Henrik, I will save that for a little bit later. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, not even a dead cert to stay. I'm not even surprised. I don't blame him. I don't blame Chelsea. He is dying a slow, painful death from Mount and Havertz. There's nothing else we can do about that. I don't blame him for not wanting to be here. If Potter wants to focus on more long-term alternatives, whatever. I don't care anymore. I really don't care. It's just about getting rid of whoever we need to get rid of at this point. Fox says Kai Mount Jorginho must be sold by the end of the season. Facts. Big facts. What else? Big up, man. Time to absolutely destroy those players who think they're better than they actually are from the start. Well, I get it because it's a cup game, and the lineup I'm not too fussed about. We have 10 injuries, and compared to the league where we do need to try and gain ground on, this game isn't that important. It was the manner of how we lost, and the fact it was the first team players that let us down more than the youth players. That's what pissed me off the most. Mount, who's going to ask for 200 to 300k a week, is going to perform like that. We had like one brilliant passing sequence in the first half. I don't remember the string of players that I went through, but it was on the left-hand side. And I think Havertz found Mount and then started making a run. And this idiot just had his head down on the ground, just trying to beat 3 players when it's like, make a simple fucking pass. And this is why we don't counter-attack or we don't do anything progressive. because of bozo moves like this. I don't care if this is first game back from injury. It's the same crap that we have always seen from Mason Mount rearing its head again. You're running out of excuses if you're a Mount stan, if you're a Havertz stan as well. Hell, me, the Jorginho stan, I'm not even defending that shit show of a performance. Jorginho was an embarrassment yesterday. Guy who's meant to be controlling the tempo of the game, and he's barely even stringing passes together. He's meant to be the most switched on out of all of them when it comes to the passes. And he's not even getting that right. Defensively, we already know what we're fucking getting with him. He's going to get overrun to death. But the passing, as a bare minimum, you can make that work. And you're not even doing that. It's a joke. It's a fucking joke. What else is saying? Kai was thought we were playing volleyball fuzzer. Yeah, big game Kai, back again. That is one of the most brain-dead moments I've seen this season, by the way. Who goes up to a corner like this? Well, what were you trying to do? Did he think he was Roman Reigns trying to go for a Superman punch or something? Did he think it was volleyball? Did he think it was basketball? He probably had better luck playing those games than playing football. Fucking joke, man. But hey, he's back. He's in good form. He is a number 9. You don't understand Havertz. If you don't understand Kai Havertz, you don't understand football, my friend. You just don't understand the sport of football. And you're in the mud, my friend. You're in the fucking mud. A load of bollocks, bruv. Fucking bollocks. What else is everyone saying? I am about 20 minutes behind on the chat, but let me scroll down a little bit. Not a lot of main. Of course they're not. Of course they're not. But we don't do that here. We ain't no echo chamber. We'll call out anybody. Hell, the Jorginho stan is going after Jorginho. I guess I ain't that much of a fucking stan, am I? Big up yourself, Dan, anyway. Big up. Big up Galib saying, big up for sticking with his guns about the club situation, telling people that Potter is not the problem, telling everybody to give him time. I still don't really get the whole Potter out thing when we can all agree that our squad isn't good enough. But if you want to criticize him, like I keep saying, I've said it all season, you can criticize wherever you want to criticize. Substitutions were a bit pointless, but I don't really know what you can do with the lineup because we got 10 injuries. This game has to be a throwaway one. It's just at least go down with some fucking fight. I wasn't that annoyed about the performance on Wednesday because we went down swinging. We went down with dignity. We actually played a game of football and tested Man City. This game, we didn't. This game, we just spread our cheeks. Literally all we did. And just said, have fun. Have fun. That's all we did. And that's what pisses me off more than anything else. What else? Lewis, they're scared to tell them their chance to give Potter a time because they're scared of the internet backlash. I don't even understand backlash. Like, whatever stance you make is whatever stance. Just back it up. Back it up with valid points. We have a super chat, so I'm going to scroll down a little bit. Oh, we got a couple. We have a couple. Save, and save. And then we're going to go back up. Big up yourself, all you man who have super chat. I'm just trying to get them all saved. Okay, cool. President Jafar says Lewis and Eunice are the only ones spitting the truth. Big up yourself, but guy. Big up Eunice as well. Big up. I haven't done anything with him in a minute, but big up yourself. I'm glad that someone agrees at the very least. Spurs says for the webcam fund, big up. I still need to send Alex my address. That's my bad. And Sean Newland says reason why Mount is played by managers is because he has no identity as a player, so he fits into systems as he works hard as a role player. Not because he's generational. Plays like a £300 a week player. I completely agree as opposed to 300k a week. That is a load of bollocks. And if we give him that, I'm asking serious questions of our board. But I think the same energy could be given to Gallagher. Gallagher is genuinely just a road runner. Like, we talked about the Gallagher Greyhound fucking memes that were going around after the last City game. He justifies it. He just cluelessly runs around with no idea of what he's going to do when he gets the ball. We are Passion FC, distance covered FC, 10,000 meter race FC, 30-minute FC. We ain't Chelsea no more. This is the furthest thing I've ever seen from Chelsea. The furthest thing. And it's fucking embarrassing, bruv. Give me one sec. Yeah, cool. All that's sorted. Man said finally a calm stream. Yeah, you're in the wrong spot. You're in the wrong spot. Yeah, I know. I need to get a new webcam. I know. Henrik, I did see this, and it's like, great. Another one that's not going to score anything. He might be better than Kai Havertz, but then again, I'm probably better than Kai Havertz at this point, so that's not even a flex. But whatever. Can we have some midfielders now, please? Can we have some starting midfielders? I'd love to say that Joao Felix will fix all of our problems. To me, he's a Havertz replacement or he's nothing. Don't even try and chat to me about playing Havertz with Felix because I am good. I am not here for that shower of shit. I didn't even get to a point where I wanted to say rest in peace, Gianluca Vialli. I did send over the shirt, by the way. That's my bad. I completely forgot to tell you, but I sent over the shirt. I think I've got the tracking number emailed, so I'll send that over to you. One sec. We're in the bin now, Lewis, but for how long? Probably just, I don't know, this season until we get some decent transfers in, but it's just going to be a long-ass 4 to 5 months. Lewis, you seriously not think Tuchel would have let us sink this low? I did not rate this squad, and the competitive nature of the league is a lot stronger than I gave it credit for. So I think if Tuchel was still here, it would be a matter of points that is the difference. Places, I don't know. And I don't think there would be too much of a difference anyway. Because we had shocking results under Tuchel. Tuchel would have played Gallagher in a double pivot with Jorginho. Tuchel would have still played Mount and Havertz every week. So I don't think there would be that much difference. I think if Tuchel was here, instead of having Potter in and out discussions, we would be having Tuchel in and out discussions every single week. So I don't think a lot would have changed. I genuinely don't. You know me. If you've been watching these streams since August, you know I've been saying this squad ain't been good enough since then. I genuinely think yesterday was the straw that broke the camel's back for a lot of people. A lot of people finally realize how shit this team really is. And that's why I think there's so many questions. People are doing this whole we've got super Tommy Tuchel thing. It wouldn't have changed anything. Tuchel was the one who said he was happy with our midfield. We didn't go in for a midfield until deadline day. So I don't know what would have changed other than maybe would have got more out of Sterling. That's it. That is it. Other than that, I don't see anything. I genuinely don't see any difference that could have been made. What else is here? What else is everyone saying? Because I know we've still got a few more. Did you chant about Tuchel and Rome? Nah, I didn't join in that. I was surprised when I heard it, but I was like, what's that going to do? What's chanting for a guy who's not coming back going to do? Let me chant for Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho. Jose Mourinho. You know what? He ain't coming back either. So what's the point? It's pointless. I know Hutchinson hadn't that much game time, but that's way too early to say, bro. Way too early to say. Yeah, Pep always says that after smashing a team, though. So I don't even know if it's a compliment or a sneak diss. I don't even know at this point. Oh shit, we've spiked. We have fucking spiked. Big up everyone that's locked in. We got over 500 of you man in here. Like, subscribe, and all of that. And yeah, big up. You are an enemy of progress, a Jorginho stan. I get this a million times, by the way. And how many times do I have to tell people Jorginho shouldn't be starting next season? He only starts because our midfield is that atrocious. So I don't understand all of this. Man, acting like I want Jorginho to fucking get a 5-year, 300k a week contract, start every game. No. At the most, I want him to be a rotation option next season. I do not want him starting. So this is why I always try to say I don't like being called a fucking stan because I have favorite players, but I will not blindly defend them through dog shit. Like, this is why after we lost 4-2 to Arsenal last season, I was saying I don't want Christensen starting no more. Because he clearly had one head out the club. By the way, Christensen's fucking balling out for Barca and we let him go for free. Thanks, Marina. Thanks a fucking lot, because we could have got through this rebuild a lot easier if we had re-signed Rudiger and AC onto respectable contracts. But no, you didn't even want to give them a fucking sign-on fee, you stingy bastard. Thanks a lot. Fucking bitch, or whatever. Did Havertz do the shush sign after he caused the penalty? Probably not. I hope Potter did. Man said he was scared to put his head there. He's meant to be good at heading as well. That's the fucking annoying thing. Lewis, all the slander Willian got from you, be real, he's cooking us when we play Fulham. He's cooking us. Aspi versus Willian. I don't think I've ever been more confident in Willian having a masterclass in my life. He might actually get an assist from a corner. Just to really add insult to injury. Can't be bothered. Havertz football. No, he's got amazing football IQ. Kai Havertz, you don't understand football if you don't know Kai Havertz, my friend. Kai Havertz is the litmus test to all football pundits, all streamers, football fans. If you don't understand Kai Havertz, you just don't understand football, my friend. You just don't get it. He's got the minerals, bruv. There's something about that player. I just can't get my head around it. I can't get my head around it. There's a je ne sais quoi about this player. I just don't get it. But you have to watch it to understand, apparently. You have to watch it. And then you might figure out Kai Havertz. You just might. Oh, that's what they love fucking telling you anyway. Big up to Chelaban, big up Francis, Pico, all of that. Big up everyone in here. What else is everybody saying? Man said we're in the mud. A big up, my guy. I try not to protect anybody anymore. We're all just fucking shit. Even like Koulibaly, who I've said I want to give time for, he's playing like absolute dog shit, man. And that Man City game, the one in the league, guess it was just a broken clock being right 5 times a day because it wasn't really anything else. Reverted straight back to type yesterday. Chalobah has to start against Fulham. I don't know how he's been on the bench for so long. I physically, mentally, I don't understand it. Yeah, he wasn't great at right back. And you know what? Maybe we could put the Chalobah at right back for Azpilicueta sort of talk. We can put that away now. But put him in centre back. Silva Chalobah, I'm fine. Koulibaly is too big of a question mark for us right now. If that's one thing we can do, play fucking Chalobah, who's been our most consistent centre-back all season. Makes no sense. What are your thoughts on our joke of a wage structure? It's funny, man, and we're still going to potentially give Mount 300k a week. Sell Havertz before he asks for the same thing too. Otherwise, we're really going to be in a shit situation. What else is everyone saying? Man said Connor is still running as we speak. I just need to see something more from him on the ball because he genuinely just fucking runs around. Literally just a 30-minute workout from him and that's it. Man said, can't wait for you lot to come to the Emirates. Look at the state of where we're at, where people can't wait to face Chelsea. I don't think Fulham fans would have ever been more excited for a Chelsea game than they are for Thursday. They must be licking their lips like that Ronaldinho gif at AC Milan because they know they're going to smoke us. They are, 7th, 6th, confident, flying high, competing for Europe. We are getting battered everywhere we go, bruv. And I want to have some hope for that game on Thursday because it's Fulham. We never go into that game as underdogs. We're meant to fucking run West London. We're going to get cornered in our own ends. That's what this football club has reduced us to. Fucking embarrassing, man. Absolutely embarrassing. Yeah, big up my guy anyway. The game is the game. I completely understand it. We deserve it. I'd do the same thing if the roles were reversed. So if you're a rival fan here to troll, fairs. Do what you gotta do in it. The game is the game. Scenes if Fulham beat. Man said if. If. You might as well put a bet on it already. If we get a draw, then fairs. You see, Eunice said, yeah, Eunice has been Potter out. He's been Potter out since, I think, Man City in the last cup game. So I'm not too surprised by all of that. Big up FB saying Count. Oh, that is a horrific name for the pair of them. Kai and Mount abysmal. How can you be that lazy? Tell that to Kai. Mount was just invisible. And then when I did notice him, he was losing possession. Havertz was just dog shit touches everywhere, killing attacks, shocking passing, and then fucking basketball. Joke, man. Absolute joke, man. I said, don't worry. I don't even know if I can be confident for that mid-off anymore. That might just be a draw. Might just be a little draw. Still don't even know whether I'm going to that one. I am in 50-50 about going to Liverpool. 12:30 kickoff. Have to travel from like 4 or 5 a.m. just to get packed by Liverpool and then go back. I'm good. I might just do it for the day out, but I can't be bothered. Hey, Bale's retired from football. Nice. So have we. Big up Mr. Smith. Donated to the cause. My guy. Big up yourself. Gareth Bale's retired from football. Mad. Oh, well. Safer securing Champions League for us in 2021 because our bozo team couldn't do it. Bless. It's the fucking players. Stop with the Potter out bullshit. These players are shit. Thank you. 80% of this squad needs to leave. Bring me at least 4, 5 first team signings, and then maybe I can look at Potter. Right now, I don't think anybody gets anything out of this squad. The only thing I will say with Potter is if we're this shit, can we just play pragmatic football? I don't care how bad it looks if people are going to call it terrorism ball or all of this. I don't care if it looks like Tuchel, Di Matteo, Conte, Mourinho all rolled into one. I don't care. Sit everyone behind the ball and at least try and get draws. I don't care. Because that is the one thing we can do. Even Mikel Arteta, at the start of his rebuild of Arsenal, he was playing defensive haram ball, all of that, and just hoofing it out to Oba. Just do that. As a bare minimum. Because if we were playing like a top 6 side, I understand we have to play on the front foot. But teams are playing Chelsea and believing they can get results. So we need to sit back and we should be the team just countering. I don't care how bad it looks, but that is the best way for us to get results, immediate results. Because in terms of trying to play out, in terms of trying to actually have a game of football, we're shit. So just do that. That's the one thing I would say. William's a club legend in my books if he gets Potter. He's not getting Potter sacked, though. He ain't going nowhere. He ain't going anywhere. Man said he ain't liking any streams till we get a W. I ain't getting any likes for a minute then. How many likes am I on anyway? 146. All right, cool. Big up. Big up, everybody. Johnny's mods blocked you. Oh, they blocked me too. So I ain't too surprised. If you don't agree with their opinions over there, their mods will block you. I don't think it's Johnny, though. Big up Johnny, but I don't think it's him. Yeah, AC's doing well at least. That's the one positive to my weekend. But yeah, we move. Big up Maldini and all that. Up the Chelsea. What else? Potter in or out? I'm still Potter in, my guy. Potter ain't going nowhere. If we win, we'll be sick. How many times have we said that, though? If we win against Forest, we'll be sick. If we win against City, we'll be sick. If we win against Fulham, we'll be sick. Forget it, man. It ain't happening. What else? What do you think of Marcus Thuram? Looks like a good centre forward. He will still die a slow, painful death at the hands of Mason Mount and Kai Havertz. So I don't think there's a point getting him right now, especially with 6 months left on his deal. Let him run it out. Get some midfield options, get some playmakers, some creativity into the squad. Then maybe we can look at our Marcus Thuram. As of right now, it's pointless. It's absolutely pointless. What did Fofana have to deal with when he came on? Nothing. He didn't get given shit. So it's pointless. Fofana looked like he was struggling anyway. Because he was given fuck all to deal with. Lewis, next 3-0 or 4-0 defeat, chant you're not fit to wear the shirt. Yeah, you know what? That would be a better response than the Thomas Tuchel chant. Put your energy on these players. The only player that I saw get given energy was Jorginho. Surprise, surprise. And fair enough, he played like shit. Sorry, where was the Havertz boos? Where was the Mount boos? When Mount came off, all I heard was, why? Why? What did he do for that? If we're gonna boo Jorginho for being dog shit all game, why Mount? Why are we clapping off Mount? What did he do? What did he bring to the table? Nothing. It's favoritism. It's fucking favoritism. That's why I can't take the match going opinion seriously. Individual opinions is fine. I don't care. But if you're gonna tell me that fucking we can boo Jorginho, but we'll cheer Mason Mount and all of that, it's bollocks. It's fucking bollocks. Same energy for all of them. Lewis, these players like playing like donkeys really hurt Miz. Man broke down. Raw. Chelsea's really doing that to people. Big up Miz. I don't think we've done any content together, but I've seen some of his stuff. He's decent. Big up. Would you say the majority of Chelsea? Nah, it's 50-50. It's very 50-50 right now. It's too early to actually say where everyone stands on that matter. But yeah. Chelsea and Badiashile starts. I hope. Yeah, start Badiashile in the next game. I don't care. Fuck it. Do you think Joao Felix would be a smart signing or be a pointless signing? Because they're still playing with Mount and Havertz, and like what? We're gonna have 3 creative outlets with very questionable levels of creativity. No focal point in there. It's pointless. If you're gonna play Felix with Havertz, just don't bring him. Just don't bring him. I'd rather you just leave him at Atletico. Yeah, no, it's the camera. It's the camera. I need a better camera. And I know, but we move. It's whatever. I'll have one for the Fulham game. Mitrovic is suspended. Right, so we'll only lose 1-0 then. All right, cool. Not too bad. We won't be completely embarrassed. Famous last words. Famous fucking last words. Chelsea will beat Fulham. Mark my words. Just wait and see. All right, cool. I feel 1% more confident now that you said that, bro. Yo, at least you're enjoying the stream, my guy. And if you guys are enjoying it as well, hit the likes. We got nearly 200 likes in here. We got nearly 800 you lot in here. We could do with more. We could do with a bit more. Wait, I've missed super chats. Let me go a bit further back then. Let me see if I've missed anything more. No, I brought Mr. Smith's up. That was the last one. FB. Yeah, I don't think I've missed anyone. Yeah, I don't think I missed anyone. The stream's just a little bit... I mean, the comments are a little bit late because I'm just going off on one. But, yeah, I don't think I've missed anything else. I think we've got everything. Araf says, why is Cooley Bastard on 290k a week? Because he was meant to be better than this. He was definitely meant to be better than this. I don't think you can close the book on Koulibaly just yet, but you can bench him. You can bench him for Chalobah until he improves. That's a first. 15-6 this season. This is the worst Chelsea squad I've seen in my life. The worst. Before I would have said 17-18 over 15 and 16 in terms of being worse, but this is way worse than all of them. This is 17-18 with probably a worse midfield, probably a worse attack. No, definitely a worse attack. Defensively, I don't know whether we're better or worse. Are we better or I don't know. I'd still say this team, though. This team's way worse. Way worse. Panel going to be doing more front flips than Zorro trying to defend Graham Pulis now. I hate to see it, but hey, the players aren't the problem. Your tapped manager already turned his own player Cuckoo into dog shit with long hair. What do you think he'll do with more signings? Cucurella looked bad in the last City game, but he was good against Forest, good against Bournemouth. I really don't think that Cucurella's been as bad as people make him out to be, but it's cool. 40 points. I know we're 15 points off that, but I don't know where we're getting them 15 points from. So, yeah, I don't know what battle we're in for this season, but it'll get worse. It will definitely get worse. I will say that it can definitely get fucking worse. Big up Sean. Big up my guy. Appreciate the donation, my friend. What's everyone spamming? All right, cool. Yeah, I think that's already been done with because I'm still a couple minutes off. Alex will like the way he's playing. Maybe Jorginho shouldn't sign a new contract. Potter will last the season. They're not going to sack him. We'd have to be like 3 points off the drop for that to happen, in my opinion. Yeah, we were, but we pulled it up. We had the longest unbeaten run out of every team that season in 15-16. I think we went 16 games unbeaten after Jose got sacked. So, yeah, that 15-16 season was genuinely a tale of two halves. We were much better in the second half. Much better. It was just the first half was a genuine car crash. And I'll take Willian over. I'll take you, Keyshawn, over him. I'll take you. What else everyone say? 800 you lot in here. Big up. Hit the likes. Poor Fofana, bruv. He watched that whole first half before he went onto the pitch. He realized, shit, I'm not getting any service here, bruv. He's going into Potter's office today, begging on his hands and knees for a 6-month loan spell back to mold. Let me go back there. Let me develop. Let me continue to grow and build myself because I'm going to die here if you give me them two feeding me chances. Zero motivation. This team is hopeless. It's the most hopeless team in the league. This team couldn't motivate water to be fucking wet, let alone actually do something on a football pitch. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke. What else? Is it true that Havertz? Yes, they were the only players that didn't. No, not Mount. Mount was one of the first to go up to the away fans. So we'll take Mount out of that one. Havertz didn't, Jorginho didn't, Kova didn't, Ziyech didn't. Mount did. But yeah. Well, Raw, Miss fully broke down. Fuck. Shit, man. I hope he's good. The Miz, I doubt he's watching, but if he is, bro, don't let Chelsea get you down like that. Just accept we're shit, bro. Don't cry tears over these bums. Don't do it, man. They don't deserve your tears. They don't deserve it. They don't deserve shit. If you all do content, jump on all you can eat. Hey, if Matisse ever wanted me on there, man's there, innit? You just gotta ask. I'm about. I ain't going anywhere. I'm always just stuck in this fucking corner, ain't I? Unless it's a match day. So yeah, I'm cool. Yeah, we got a toxic-ass fan base. I don't blame them for being toxic. I just think the energy's at the wrong place. Tuchel wouldn't change a thing. We wouldn't make top 4 with him. We wouldn't make top 6. There's no point crying over him. Tuchel's gone. Get over it. If you can't get over it, either you're too sensitive or you just weren't really a Chelsea fan when Jose got sacked the first time, or when Ancelotti got sacked, or when Jose got sacked the second time, because that was way more heartbreaking. Been there, done that, already seen it. Tuchel being sacked, it was a shock, but whatever. Seen worse. Nothing beats Jose being sacked the first time. If you want a clueless sacking for no reason that made fuck all sense, that made no sense. And it was in the same circumstances. First match day in the Champions League group stage, disappointing result, sacked the next day out of nowhere for no reason. So, yeah, that makes more sense. Yeah, hit the like button for a win, please. Why is my guy Chucky Mecca holding bench after his performance? I actually don't know. I don't know, because Jovicic was dog shit. It was terrible. And also, yeah, we went at Jorginho. Kovacic ain't hiding either. Kovacic was atrocious. overplaying to death and just shocking passes around midfield. Lewis Hall is the only positive out that starting 11, and it's only because he could take on players successfully and because he's young, so my expectations are a bit lower from him. Maybe Kepa, because other than the penalty, which maybe he could have got a stronger hand onto, he's not really to blame for anything. You see what we're praising nowadays? In the fucking bin, bruv. We are in the bin. I'm only here to support my brother. Big up, Antona, my guy. Big up yourself, bro. I won't read the last 4 letters for obvious reasons, but big up yourself, my friend. Big up. We'll celebrate that 40th point like the UCL win. If we even get to it. If we even get to it. Where do we get 15 points from? You need 5 wins for that. You think this team's capable of 5 wins? I don't. God forbid we're actually in a relegation battle. Imagine, man. Bring back Klasref, who was spitting on Havertz. I didn't know if you meant that figuratively or literally, but I wouldn't have minded if it was literally. Deserves it. Hey, Lewis, is wrestling real? It's more real than our top 4 hopes. I'll say that. More real than that. Lewis, do keep bench or sell in Dios? Or well, maybe if they gave me a call, yeah. Like, I'm about. I'm happy to crash on anybody right now. Big up, Nana. Yo, hope you're all good, my friend. Hope you're all good. Good seeing you yesterday as well. One of the only positives of yesterday. Big up yourself, my guy. Good to see you, bro. I need to get to the bottom of this comment section. Matisse, good. You should have spent the whole second half doing it. You should have spent the whole second half doing it. Grown man starts breaking that. I'm not gonna gun down Miz for it. Like, I'm just gonna say I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it. Lewis on week. Chat to Matisse. Calm down. I'm down for it. Because I will give you a buffet of crashing on this fucking squad. I'm there. But it's up to him. It's up to him. Lewis, if you come to the States for the USA, well, I wasn't, but that might be a shout now. That might be a shout. If you're gonna bring me that Cali pack, say less. Mahrez still, yeah. Hall got cooked by Mahrez defensively. Defensively, I'm not saying anything positive, but on the ball, in possession, I thought he was probably our best player. I know it says absolutely nothing, but fair play to Lewis Hall. Fair play. Anything else? Havertz is a lone. I don't listen to that because Kai Havertz said he could play anywhere in the front 3. He said, I am a 9, I am a 10. You will need to stop asking about what position I play in. I can play anywhere in the front 3. I can play as a 9. I can play as a 10. I can also play volleyball. I can also play basketball. You fucking fraud. Does the most waffling in press conferences and then does fuck all on a football pitch. But then we'll sit here and praise about 3 forward passes against Man City and say, oh, he's back. We're playing him in his natural position. Generational baller. Minerals. All of that fucking waffle. Kai Havertz and Mason Mount, they put you in the mud. If you don't understand them, you don't understand football. Shah, man. Can't be bothered. I can't wait until he leaves. I cannot wait. And all you bozo stands, you can fuck off with him. Holding this football club by the throat from progressing. Fucking embarrassing, bruv. Is Arsenal still the shadow dwellers? Yeah, we're just dwelling in the shadow with you, bro. We're just dwelling in the shadow with you. But yeah, if you didn't already understand, like, I will not praise Arsenal for anything. You could win the league, I just won't acknowledge it. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Yeah, I can also play chess too. I've never done it before. But yeah, I can play chess. I can also swim. Whether I can swim well, whether I will survive in the ocean, I don't know, but I can swim, and you need to stop asking me if I can swim. I can swim. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Not even a Kai fan, but before you start, maybe we put Kai on loan for us. Oh, fuck that. Fuck that. What? Send him to the Bundesliga so he can stat pad in that social distancing league. And then we'll just see threads every week. Why did we let Havertz go on loan? He's balling out. We should bring him back. Nah, just get rid. People are holding the idea of Havertz to their hearts. When you gotta realize the player has fuck all application. It's pointless. Just let him go. What else? Daniel's saying, I'm always positive, but I can't be asked to be positive anymore. This team is dead and 12th best in the league at least. Big facts. Probably finished 9th to 12th. I'm not bitter. This is probably about Arsenal, but I'm not bitter about Arsenal. I just fucking hate them. I don't acknowledge anything. So, hold that. Hold that. Hold that. Oh, wait, you can't. Hold that. Oh, wait, you can't. It is what it is. It is what it is. Right. Yeah, cool. We've got to the end of this. Right, links going out before I get myself a bit more distracted. Like, subscribe, all of that while I just send the link out to the panel. I'm sure we're going to have a very, very fun stream today. Cool. Let's see what everyone's saying. Cool. I think that is everyone. Everyone on Twitter, at least. Didn't miss anyone. Yep, John actually got it as well. Perfect. Right, Instagram. Hmm? Yeah, I think that's everybody. I think that's everybody. All right, cool. Oh, fuck. Right, it's one more. All right, cool. Yeah, that's calm. Yes, guys. Well, what's everyone saying?
Not good. I'm a bit ill. So, yeah.
Are you trying to be like
real.
Peter? Are you trying to be like Peter with the neck cushion?
No, not really.
You don't want to be like Peter?
That's all.
Okay.
Hey, if you didn't go to Manchester, you wouldn't be ill. Think about that.
That means I'm probably. That's great.
What?
Means I'm probably ill as well if Fat is ill.
You're mute.
Nobody's mute. You mute.
Nobody's mute, bro.
Hello, everyone.
You're all right, bro.
So, you don't want camera, Lewis?
I'm not really that ill, guys. I'm just.
Oh,
you're afraid to give me your address? It's funny that you think that's the only way I can get to you.
No, I'll send it to you now. I completely forgot.
That's the funny thing, that you think that I cannot get to you just because I don't know your address.
Nah, bro, I already know you got some whole Matrix bullshit to find me, so it's all good. Right, I've just sent it to you now. I completely forgot. But yeah, thank you for that, man.
Anyway, so.
Right, what are we saying after that shit show, though? Because
I can't lie. I'm gonna need more cigarettes than one.
Do you know what? I was so angry yesterday, but I think I want full exposure. Full exposure. Because I know Potter's not a good manager at all. I don't rate him at all.
Yeah.
But I think if we had a decent manager, that would have covered these players. So I want this manager to expose them. So I don't actually care. Like,
So let's be real, guys. We have to speak truth here. Unfortunately, I feel like Potter has lost the dressing room.
I think so as well.
I told you that 2 games ago.
Yeah, but I didn't want to believe it. But now
Hey, man.
The problem is people still think
I'm
it's the
already,
manager problem.
Alex, I'm
That's the
already
sad
ahead
part.
of the curve, man.
that's the sad part. Yeah.
I already know that since Newcastle, so I'm already ahead of the
You know when he said, I think, you know when Potter said, I think I have the support of the dressing room. I was like, some people don't really say stuff like that if they do have a support.
How do you explain the performance on Thursday then?
I don't. The
Be right
first half
back.
performance on Thursday was all right. I think.
But if you lost the dressing room, how do you explain the performance? No, this is the factor. How do you?
I mean, the performance on Thursday was not as good as the people are saying.
It was 10 times better.
Performance on Thursday. If he's lost the dressing room, how do you explain the performance?
I just think that he lost the dressing room.
No.
But why?
No.
Oh, but why?
You said he's lost the dressing room.
More of a tap. Like I think he's good. I think, like I said this like a couple of weeks ago. If he goes down to the experience route, it's not going to go down well.
No, but why?
No,
what makes you
question.
think that he has lost the dressing room?
Yeah, why?
Tactics. He found out some players, I think.
Okay, explain Thursday's performance then. If he's lost the dressing room.
Thursday's performance was crap.
I mean, Tottenham. You got Tottenham's
crap.
performance on the 2.
It wasn't crap, but still, we lost.
But explain. No, you said he lost the dressing room. Explain the performance on
actually,
Thursday.
some the points.
Andrew, on Thursday we were not that crap, but then again, like if you see after the game, it's like there's a bit of rumor there going behind the scenes. They just like they don't want to play for Potter anymore.
But
since
then
Thursday
explain
to
Sunday? Why did we play so well on Thursday compared to?
Yeah, but it happened, Lewis. It's happened before. Just because they perform on one game does not mean he's lost the dressing room.
It hasn't happened before because we've had
look under Tuchel when we performed that well against Tottenham at home, and then we get slapped by Leeds.
So it's not a dressing room problem. It is a players are shit.
Yeah. No,
I'm glad we got to that.
Andrew, first half was great. Second half was shit.
No. I mean, Lewis, when I say he's lost the dressing room, I'm not blaming it down to the player, to the manager himself. It's the fact that they probably don't agree with his tactics.
If you say someone's lost the dressing room, it is something that you're pointing at the manager.
No. I don't see it as that way. I don't see it as that way.
I'm pointing at the players.
Yeah, it's the players. The players.
If you're pointing at the players, fair. But usually when you say a manager's lost the dressing room, it's something that you put down on the manager.
Oh, so how you?
No, but at the same time, they might not believe in his tactics, and then look at someone who he hasn't won anything. He hasn't got a good CV. So they're gonna give up on him.
They keep doing the same mistake whatever he's doing in training, whatever he's trying to implement, he's not going through these dumb players. So it's like they're downing tool on him. And I've seen. You remember the West Ham game before Tuchel got sacked, where we came back to. You think, this is a spirited comeback. Maybe they're gonna kick on from there. They didn't. So it's the same sort of thing in our first half against City. You think, actually, hang on, maybe they started playing. But they're not playing. I think they've down too long.
And that's because your favorite player turned into a basketball player.
Andrew, can I ask you this? Andrew, can I ask you this then? Do you think that the players have been putting Potter under the bus then?
Yes.
Yes, but the thing is, and I know Alex will say this. I think he'll correct if I'm wrong. The focus shouldn't be on them. The focus should be on the manager a bit, but it should be mainly focused on these players because it's the third, and for some of them. It's the fourth if you include Surrey and Conte. The fifth that are throwing these managers under the bus. It's the same type. So why are we? You know what? Everyone's questioning his lineup yesterday, like going, why aren't you playing Chukwuemeka? First of all, we got 10 injuries. Yeah, we just put Chukwuemeka in. He's not played a lot, right?
No, it's not.
To me, that means he's going to. To me, him not playing a lot means he's going to be probably starting Thursday. Yeah, we needed to make changes.
God.
We have a crap squad. The problem is that the players being brought in are not that good either. If they were good, no one would be saying anything at all. If we were on the up, no one would be saying anything.
Yo, what the fuck's going on?
David
What do you mean?
David Ornstein, Chelsea reached verbal agreement to sign Joao Felix on loan for Atletico Madrid.
There you go. Ornstein Dagger. That
Yeah, literally.
Huh?
What the
there was
fuck?
a report of that. There was a
Oh,
report of that
shit!
about an hour ago.
Chelsea reached verbal agreement to sign Felix. Oh.
Let's
Oh.
go!
No. Listen, no.
Are you being
No,
serious?
Listen, no.
That
Let's
signed
not.
contract
Let's not this signing distract from what the real issue is here. Yeah.
It was just
Great. He's coming in, but so what? There's still bigger issues than signing Joao
Of course,
Felix.
100%.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
100%.
You know, that's what I'm saying.
Oh fuck! Oh, sorry, Andrew. Sorry.
No. I just wanted this fact that our sole focus. You know what? The one thing I've got against Potter is that he keeps picking some of these players. That's the one thing I don't like. Yeah, these players. Some of these players have failed. Some of these players have failed under 3 managers now. Yeah, so that's my point. He should not pick these players that keep letting him down. That's the problem. He's got sort of tunnel vision with some of these players. Putting Mount back in after he's come back from injury when he hasn't deserved to shouldn't have happened. Continuing with Kai Havertz again, letting people down. Continuing with crap players like Ziyech as well coming in.
Whoa.
Playing Jorginho
Yo.
Let him talk.
Let him land.
Playing. Can I just on? Yesterday was an example of why people like myself and probably others don't want Chalobah playing right back.
Yes.
Yeah.
Learn the
That's why
hard
we
way,
don't want him playing at
lads,
right
people.
back. Yeah. He shouldn't have played at right back. I don't even know where that kid plays. I don't know what his position is.
Humphreys.
I thought he was the right back.
I don't know what his. That's what I don't know what his
was.
position is. But to play him next to Koulibaly and he looks like more of the professional one than Koulibaly is just saying something. Do you know what I mean?
Wow,
Yeah,
that is so true.
Do you know what I mean?
I think Man City was just more of a rotation thing. To be fair, you could clearly see.
Yeah, it was all right. I'm fine with the rotation.
I just think it just needs a bit more. Just clicking it that Humphreys.
I'm fine with the rotation, and we needed to rotate because of the fixtures we've got coming up. Everyone's disappointed that we're going out because it's the FA Cup. I'm under this mindset. It's just me that I don't want these players getting anywhere in cups because that's what's been covering them the last 2 years or so. Is these cup runs. Do you know what I mean? They always get away with these cup runs, and league form has been shit. But I'll let someone else talk. Go on.
Yeah, this is actually saying that. I'll so quickly. This is also why I'm happy we have a manager like Potter, a manager that's not an elite manager, a manager that's really average. He's not the greatest manager. So he can expose some of these players. Because I feel like if we had like a Zidane, or we have an elite manager, right? He could have maybe what Tuchel did. Tuchel sort of like created a system where he sort of like cut it to some of these players, and we forgot how crap these players are. So now we have a manager who, at least now he exposed them. So these players are really. I didn't know how bad some of these players were until like recently in recent games. Just like they can't complete like 5-yard passes. Look at Kai Havertz. You remember when Mount was on a counter-attack? There was a simple ball to Mount, or if not Mount, just hit a bit harder to the kid that was running on the left, Lewis Hall, and he couldn't even do that. I just gave up.
And this is the guy that we say, oh, we've got to play him in a number 10. Well, do you know what a number 10 requires? Do you know what attributes you need as a number 10? Passing is definitely one of them. Vision is definitely one of them, which 2 players can't do. Like I don't understand, man.
It's a bit pointless. Let me go through a few of the signings. Signing super chats. Andy says assistant coach plus goalkeeper's coach fault. That's why Graham Park cannot make a right decision. Chelsea Football Club, what is behind the sense? What? Assistant coach plus goalkeeper's coach fault. That's why Potter can't make a right decision.
On a 50 cents meme.
Time out.
You should drop that 50 cents meme. Why am I getting a 50 cents meme?
Nah, this is lost on me, bro.
I think coach fault that why Graham Potter cannot make it right.
Come on, guys. Like, we've got nothing left. We've got nothing left this season apart from the Champions League.
Goalkeeper coach. What's he done?
Yeah, I don't
Why
get that
is he
one.
going to do that?
Legend, appreciate the donation anyway. Legendary Villain says, typical Bowley, Chelsea looking at United and Arsenal targets. How does Felix improve this team? Bowley just signing anyone at this point, shaking my head. This is why you're in the mud. I don't get this when we need midfielders first. If this is a direct replacement for Havertz, then fair enough. Let them compete against each other. If we're going to play them two together,
You'll
or
play
God
them
forbid, if you're going to play them as a free with Mason Mount, I'm just going to sign out. But whatever.
I think this is.
How much does Felix cost?
I also think this is a reaction to the fact that Pulisic is out for a number of weeks, and Sterling is having a.
That's the only reason.
Sterling is having a second scan on the hamstring as well, so
that's the only reason we link with Felix.
So I think that's probably a reason as to why.
That's the fixing problem.
But why
that's
not getting Rafael Leao? Why not Rafael Leao? It's better.
Leao's going to cost 100 to 150.
Yeah, but he's worth the money, not like Felix.
Why are they scolding? Why are they? If they're just, you think they're just going to pay the money? Why are they not willing enough to do that for Enzo Fernandez? They're not going to pay 100 million for a player. They're just not going to do it.
And plus, Milan will let him go easily when they're on a title charge.
Yeah.
Plus, why would you think that Leao wants to come to Chelsea or Enzo Fernandez wants to come to? Well, Enzo is still. I'm talking about replacement for the. It's Pulisic long-term injury probably, and what's his name? And Sterling, probably potentially long-term injury.
Alex, we should not buy senior
players. I can tell you why.
Who's the senior player?
No, we should not buy senior player this month.
Let me tell you why with Leo.
Hold on.
Hold on. Who's the senior player we link to buy, Fatur?
Felix is not senior.
And wait, hold on. We should not buy senior player this month unless it's a proven elite talent like Enzo. Like
Enzo is not the what's the name? Senior player. Enzo is 21.
And Felix is 23.
And Felix is 23. As much as you're gonna squirk your eyes, you're still gonna look the same. But I think you misunderstood who's Enzo is. Enzo is the midfielder that we look for, and he's 21.
We need midfield. You do realize we need midfield, right?
No, I don't. Thank you for the break in the news, but what I'm trying to tell you, the reason we're going for Felix is because Sterling and Pulisic. That doesn't have nothing to do with the midfield. That's just a fix in the patch. Like put the band-aid on it.
I do, and I agree, but I just think we need midfield after that.
But how are you sure Chelsea not working on the midfield?
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying. You're talking about the two different subjects at the same time. We're just talking about the Felix for now. Do you see what I'm saying? We're talking about the Felix, and why is the reason we're getting him? It's because we have two injuries.
Welcome to
it doesn't, like I said, it doesn't say that we don't need a midfielder. You're right for that.
Welcome to the live version of Out of Context Timo, man.
We need a right back more, man.
Love you, brother, but stick to the one at a time.
I've been comparing with the fan base all day. How are you sure we're not looking at other targets? Chelsea just doesn't work on one target at a time. Like we don't do that.
David Ornstein just posted saying that Chelsea have agreement with Athletic for Felix.
Yeah.
We're gonna get a midfielder.
Yeah, we're gonna.
There's no way you're gonna go that far for Enzo. What was it? We were going to agree 85 million.
For some reason, we are so like Liverpool. Since Liverpool joined that club, Chelsea is literally following every step that Liverpool did.
Fabrizio,
we need a midfielder, we're signing forwards. We need a midfielder, we're signing forwards.
I know, right? We need a right back.
Fabrizio just said there's no buy option clause discussed for the Felix deal.
No buy.
What's the point?
Good.
Oh no!
I don't believe that.
Why not, man?
Why not? Because we have what's his name? I tell you what, I will be really happy if we trade Ziyech for Felix.
Hey! No, we cannot do that.
No, we cannot do that.
No, we cannot.
Why not? Why can't we?
Why would another club take our shit?
We can get rid of
Well, because at least we got something to like. At least we get rid of. We didn't just edit something. We just get rid of it at
Yeah,
the
you
same
got
time.
Mount there, bro. Don't worry.
I'm not worrying about Mount.
No,
Mount
I'm
can
worried
sit
about
on a
Mount.
bench. I'm worried
Ziyech
about
can
Mount
sit on a
too.
bench, no problem.
But look, list. Hold on a second. It's gonna sound cringy, but least as much as I want Mount out, at least he's trying. That Ziyech, I'm sorry, man. Ziyech just doesn't want to be here.
You watched that game yesterday, and you came to a conclusion that Mount is trying.
Here's the problem for you. Do you think that I had the conclusion based on yesterday's game about Ziyech or Mount? I had the conclusions about Ziyech a long time ago.
Well, that's not fair though, because he's not been playing as much.
It
as
is
Mount.
fair. World
But
is
he's not been playing as much as
fair.
Mount. That's not fair.
World is not fair.
That's true.
World is not fair. There's no cookies and ice creams in the world, man. When you grow up, the difference between when you young ice cream and cookies and you old ice cream and cookies. When you old, ice cream and cookies sounds like diabetes.
Okay.
When you're young, it's always fun. Then, when you grow old, you're supposed to provide the ice cream and cookies for your kids. That's the difference. Everything is not pinky and glory in the world right now. And I've been on Ziyech for a long time. He's a good player. He just doesn't want to be here. That's the biggest problem of Ziyech.
He doesn't want to be here because he's getting treated like shit.
How do you know he doesn't want to be here?
Because he is shit.
I know him. I met with his representative. That's how I know he doesn't want to be here.
We're not
look, if you don't see the way, if you don't see Ziyech doesn't want to be at Chelsea by looking how he playing and by literally asking for transfer request, I don't know how
he doesn't want to be here because he's being treated like shit.
No,
right, so let him go.
Yeah, good. Let him go.
Yeah, apparently Todd Ball is no longer.
It's funny how there's a different narrative for every player depending on how they play.
Yeah.
Okay, please tell me what my narrative. What narrative for what player?
No, I'm just saying generally
I don't want to
speaking.
be here. Disappear. Simple as.
If Mason Mount wants the money he wants, let him go as well.
Yeah.
Well,
he's not going to get
he
that
should have
money
been
anywhere
last
else.
night as well. But
I'd keep him on a reasonable wage, but if that's the money he wants, see you later.
Look! What's funny? People still think Lukaku should be at Chelsea.
Oh, Lukaku Felix.
No one thinks Lukaku.
Lukaku and Ziyech.
No, Lukaku. Oh my god.
Lukaku.
Kaka.
What that, man?
No,
Look,
that.
what was the biggest problem of? First of all, whoever complains about Chelsea based on last game, I'm sorry, but only thing can help you, like the guy said over here, snoring vodka.
The last game was something else.
Why would you waste good vodka by snoring? You dumbass.
The last game was something else.
Yeah.
The last game was embarrassing.
Talk about Joao Felix and what he's gonna add to the team.
He's gonna add something, mate, in the attack.
And the fact that Todd Bowley has now given
snoring vodka.
He's given the transfer to Christopher Vivell.
Why would you waste good Stolichny?
You know what?
No buy option.
You guys, I thought today.
Why is there no buy option?
Because
they're not that stupid, surely.
At least like we could have been direction.
Guys,
we can have a first. Yeah, we can have a first look at it.
Guys, I wanted to say this yesterday on Terrace when I got there, but he was too short. This is what I think of true about Potter. Did you notice, Andrew? I didn't say Harry Potter.
I didn't. Sorry, you sort of went in and out. I didn't hear.
Yeah, you went out.
Okay.
You went out, yeah.
Sorry.
What I'm trying to say about Potter and why we should not fire him right now is the number one thing. If we do fire him, who will we get? First of all, don't give me options. That's not what I'm talking about. I know your options. They're all over the Twitter, and all of them are Twitter approved, which doesn't mean no shit to me. So when you name those managers, I agree with you that players will start play better because based on previous 5 managers, they all did.
Yeah, they play better.
And the 6 months off, they will turn down. They will turn the way they are right now. if you say that they did not play good for Tuchel in the beginning, you're mad because everybody played well. And then the honeymoon was over. And Mount got tired running around and get yelled at. So does Timo Werner, so does Kai Havertz. So if we fire Potter right now, you don't have no physical proof that actually this will not happen to the new manager. So my problem with the whole situation, getting rid of them, we will still end up with the same players. You might be right. Potter is not the reason, is not the right managers for us. You might be right.
Mm-hmm.
The one big question that what we big answer to that is, at least we have, I learned his name, and we have Vivel at the club, who will hire better manager than Potter at this moment, and he will hire manager based on what kind of team we have. You see what I'm saying? One thing that I was upset about with Roman at all the time, he was always hiring those managers that are Twitter hashtag, hire this manager. You see what I'm saying?
There was no plan.
There was no plan with the managers. I don't trust the process. That's a different thing. For me, I need to believe in process of hiring the same caliber of managers, not same caliber of players, managers. Because at the end of the day, the process only works if you get the proper managers. I don't believe in process like what's his name believes Scott is, because with Scott, believe in Liverpool, and Liverpool is in shit because they let go of the best football director that ever is, or sporting director. That's the problem, and you can see the signings that Klopp wants, but all flopped. That's my point. Build the process with managers, not the players. Let Vivel do what he can do, because everybody was hyping Vivel.
Yeah.
So let him do his job. 10 like a lineup, 10 injured players. Who do you think he could put in the top 3? Chukwuemeka that was after injury? No. I agree with you. Blunt Mount, regular Mount, and Kai Havertz, it's not the answer. Not the answer. But if I see those 3 starting against Fulham, I will lose my shit.
Yeah.
So will I. So will I.
At the same
You see what I'm
time,
saying?
So the point is where we're coming out managers. It's not the manager's fault Havertz can't make a 10-yard pass. It's not the manager's fault players are not trying in the 50-50s and they're giving up after 1-0 down. That's not the manager's fault. But one thing I can't agree with him is
his fault that he.
One second, brother.
Let him finish.
I'm saying like what I don't like sympathize with him is when I'm seeing Conor Gallagher playing deeper than Zakaria. When I'm seeing that academy centre back who's clearly looks left-footed, and he's starting off at right centre back, and then in the second half he goes to left centre back, and then he's bringing us on Azpilicueta to basically play right wing, like stuff like that. I cannot sympathise with. But at the end of the day, the main problems we saw yesterday, and we most likely been seeing this whole time, is players don't give a shit. And how many times we've seen that? It's getting boring. Of every manager we get, if they don't look like they give a shit.
Hold on.
Okay.
I have a question as well.
So how you fix that then? If the players don't give a shit.
Get rid of the players. I'm back the manager.
Exactly.
Simple as that.
The problem is that
and Bowley's put sorry, Fata, but the Bowley's put blood on his hands. Bowley's got blood on his hands. Like it or not, the way the way and timing he got rid of Tuchel does not help Potter.
Yeah, I agree with you on that, but that's not the problem in the current situation. You are good to be in a war commentary after the war was over. The war was over, man. Don't come to me when the war is over and commentate on who's the winner.
Hey, what the fuck, man?
Like, it's it. I understand. If it was me, like I said, my biggest problem with Bowley, he's fired. He should have done. The first signing of the new regime should be Vivel. That should be the first signing.
100%.
But let's. The war is over, but that's it.
And now he wants to fucking sign Felix with no buy option. What's this clown doing, man?
No, it's not.
Maybe he knows that he's a flop.
It's not being discussed at this time.
Yeah. First of all, I'm
How do
so
we-
tired
but
of
how-
people believing like I want the process.
Yeah.
Are you trusted the process or you don't
There's
trust
no
the process?
process.
Yeah, big up Jay.
Process,
Big up to Jay in the
man.
comments.
How do we know
Fatur,
how
what
do
were
we know
your
the
question?
buy option is not? How do we also know the buy option that Atletico could come?
Yeah,
first?
based on
Not an
David
not an
Arnstein, how
obligation.
does he know?
But how do we know it's also not an obligation instead of an option?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? No one's
Yeah.
going to do obligation anymore, so it's going to be option. That's why Lukaku is an option, not obligation.
I lost my thought now. So
But I do think either way, even if there was an option or obligation, if he ends up doing well, we could just go in for him.
Well, that would be. They'll probably discuss.
Yeah, but then
it.
his
If
price
it-
tag
if-
goes further
Price
up.
tag-
But if we say if we're in April or May and he's banged in a lot of goals, yeah.
Oi,
If
bookies
they're
have
not,
made
they
that.
should be already discussing that
Yeah.
in April and May, so they can.
They should be. Whether they do or not is a different question.
Well, we'll have to wait, won't we? See if he bangs
Yeah.
in the goals. You know.
Does this
And then-
signing scream to you project, long process, blah 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 blah? Or this signing here?
Look, why
I think
why are we care about this problem that actually not as big problem as the other big problem that we have in the midfield, and we have 10 injured players.
Right back, please.
And right back, exactly. Why is
Right
that
back
not
in the
from-
midfield.
Yeah, right back in midfield should be a problem. This is just a bandage. Let the bandage be bandage.
Jorginho and Kovacic.
This is why,
are
yeah.
crashes.
Alex, this is why
Yeah.
we shouldn't get right back like last summer.
Exactly.
we should
How many
fix the
times we're gonna
problem.
get burned by the same hot spot? James getting injured.
Yep.
We have to play Azpilicueta.
People need to realize how
It's on the right 3 years ago.
something is wrong with that right back. Yeah.
Yeah.
People can harp up about Reece James, but in reality, Reece James is an injury-prone player.
Look at yesterday how it was difficult for us to build up from the right side. We kept
We were
going
dying for Reece James to come on.
on a build up phase.
By the way, when Reece James plays, we're completely different team. We want to be that team that relies on one injury-prone player.
And also, he's a right back. We shouldn't be a team that relies.
Yeah.
on him. Man, I'm sorry, man. That's
Yeah.
just that's
No,
ridiculous.
What
I was
actually what you should be looking at the specific Chelsea team, it's how we played against City first time. This is how the proper midfield plays. Can you imagine if you have a decent midfielder in that team?
Yeah.
Then you're gonna see the different way of playing in the forward.
Yeah.
Look, we got that Fofana guy up front.
Yeah.
That's the only reason. Literally, when I saw Kai Havertz try to play volleyball yesterday at the first half, I was like, you know what? It's not worth it. I don't want to get mad. So I went literally. Do you know how bad I did not want to watch this game? I went in my basement and started to put insulation in my basement because I did not want to watch. And the reason I came back into the game, because I saw Fofana coming in as a sub, and I was like, whoa. The guy literally just showed.
What it is about midfield, Alex, is they have a bad habit to have, and it can destroy the team's whole defensive structure. For example, like Gallagher should recognize when Jorginho has to track back and the overlap, and then, for example, like yesterday's, and he should have cut the lane off from Rodri. He doesn't so by doing so that then Kovacic get dragged across a lot, which then you leave Walker so many space though.
I think I can explain the blunt mount and mount situation a little bit more. I think it's a common thing of managers that manage those players, and I see a pattern. I think the managers give them too much freedom when they reach specific position on the field. I think it happens with Southgate. I think it happens with Thomas Tuchel, and I think it happens with Harry Potter.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Andrew.
That's
with
fine.
Potter.
Just do it.
You see what I'm saying?
Don't worry.
I
man.
think it happens because when they get up to the certain point, I think he gives them too much freedom to explore themselves, and that's when a maturity comes in.
Yeah, and also they don't have the talent to do that.
Yeah. You see what I'm saying? Like, no, I'm talking about immaturity by not sticking to the awareness on the field. You have to be aware of your surroundings when you play with the floor, with the ball or without the ball. I don't care how much good you are, but your off the ball skills should not supersede your on the ball skills.
Yeah, agreed.
You should learn how to play football with your feet before you learn how to play football without the ball.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I don't care about the
That
off the ball
actually
movement.
showed that specific moment when we played such a beautiful sequence
Mount messed it
of the
up.
goal of the game,
Yeah,
and Mount ruined it. First of all, his first touch was ruined it.
yeah, ruined the flow, man.
He had to
stop and
adjust.
back.
By the time he adjusted, he had the pressure, and that's why he had to take the couple of players on, and he lost the possession.
And then
His
he got
first touch was the reason why that sequence died.
And then he got flustered, and he didn't know who to pass to, and then all the
Exactly.
avenues cut off, and then he lost the ball or something.
See, the first instinct would have been one touch it to Kai Havertz.
Yeah.
Then
Alex,
again,
But between the three of them, none of them.
Then
are
again,
being
you look
a-
at Gallagher in this position. He's in no man's land. Then
Gallagher.
I don't know what anybody was expecting from yesterday when you see that team. Like, I mean, I watched it at home for the first time in a long time. My girlfriend knows nothing. Sorry, my wife knows nothing about football. She said,
"Did you
the
call your
defenders
girlfriend
are
any wife? I
quicker than
hope she
all of
did."
your attackers. They got no pace. We got We've got no pace. It didn't matter what happened when we got to the final third. We was never gonna. When Mount got that ball, he could have got it under control all he wanted. He was never gonna get him behind. Havertz is never gonna get behind. Ziyech is never gonna get behind. We've got nothing that scares another team.
What's his name? He was already behind.
Yeah, Havertz already made that.
Has already behind.
Yeah, no. But what I'm saying is, all right. Yeah, in that instance, he did. Fair enough. I mean,
no.
But nothing's
First of
gonna
all,
scare. There's nothing in our team
I
that
see what you're
scares another
saying.
team.
I see what you're saying.
I watched Everton on Friday night against Man United. At least they've got pace up front. They're crap. We've got nothing, and I know we've got injuries, and I think our injuries have actually scuppered. Maybe I'm hoping January plans that we was going to offload a couple of players.
The guy's getting cooked in the chat.
Yeah, the comments are on to you now.
Yeah.
No, the funny part is happens a lot with the fighters, like UFC fighters and the boxing fighters. But I want to dedicate this win to my wife, to my girlfriend. But at least they have been punched in the head, and we can say that, "Oh, I'm sorry, honey, I had concussions." You have no defense, man.
I'll take it.
Oh man, this is funny.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just frustrating, man.
Apparently, we have to Matty Cash for a right back.
Yeah. I don't think he's gonna
Matty
leave though.
Cash.
Yeah.
Fuck yeah, that's a new one.
Yeah, because Matt Law did say Chelsea ideally want a right back, wide forward, and a midfielder this month. So
We've needed a right back for 2 years, and we ain't got. Who are we going to get?
Matty Cash. Imagine.
Yeah.
No, that guy is.
I mean,
still
I
under
can't turn my nose
conversation,
up because the alternative is Azpilicueta.
man said Matty Cash, you know.
How about Pedro Porro from?
Oh, it costs you a lot. Like, I think Man City.
I don't mind. Steal from those
Man
lots,
City
man.
player.
We've done it before with
My
Willian.
money.
Why not?
Man City have like an option on him. I think he's a City player.
Salon, they have a Salon clause or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
I think we're talking to that Celtic club.
I mean, Sporting.
Celtic.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, for that.
Oh yeah,
Juranovic.
Juranovic. Yeah. One second. What are these super chats saying? Dinnerson says we need midfielders and he signs Felix. As midfielders, just better be here by the end of the window.
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised as Aubameyang leaves this transfer window.
Lord, please.
Same at this
Please.
point. I wouldn't be too shocked. It's just a waste of time.
And it's not on him or anything else. I
Facts.
just think it's like Tuchel signing, and that's the only way.
The league is too fast already.
Is it not legit?
No,
that he's out
we're
of
not
the squad?
playing. We're not playing to his strength.
Is Aubameyang out of the squad or not?
He was out of the squad for the last game.
I think for the
Because
next
he
game,
came out
uh,
pissed from the first leg that he was subbed.
I'm just
This
praying
guy
taking
with
off
this guy
Havertz
with
and
super
Kovacic
chat
at
is
half-time
like
at the beginning of the end.
What
10
about
million and
Fofana?
280k a week. Gone?
They wanted to put the Fofana on loan. Why?
No.
Oh my god. How you guys doing? How you guys doing?
Yeah.
This guy's name is Legendary Villain, and look how happy his IV is, man.
Fabrizio Romano put on the Twitter. Fabrizio Romano tweeted.
That's a true villain. He's laughing.
Did you see Fabrizio Romano's tweet?
He's not going anymore. After that was before. Now he's played the FA Cup game. I think he's staying.
I hope the deal collapses, man. I can't believe this is happening right now. Like Felix, really? Felix?
I mean,
what's wrong with Felix?
I mean, he's an upgrade on everything we got.
I mean, Felix isn't the problem. But
I wouldn't say that he's an upgrade. I think we just so short.
Personally, Felix isn't the problem. As an individual, he's a good footballer. But when I see the referee outrun J5 and you sign an attacker, like that doesn't make sense to me. Like, if they genuinely think that they can rescue this shit season by signing an attacker, then these people are brain dead. I'm sorry, like.
I think you got to judge that after the window.
I think we should stop thinking of that Felix signings as some kind of solution of scoring goals. Exactly. Felix signing is basic numerics. It's the basic numerics.
They're reacting to the Pulisic and Sterling injuries. That's all it is.
Yeah, Sterling and Pulisic injury. Yeah. That's why Felix is in the conversation.
That's why I signed. It's the reason as why.
Yeah.
I don't understand that, and that's fine. But I also really think that people should, just because we signed Felix, and bear in mind that I wanted to get deals done early in January, doesn't mean deal for a midfielder. A couple are out. Okay. We've got 21 days or 20 days, whatever, to sign.
I still think Enzo is going to end up at Chelsea.
I still think whether it's Enzo or not, I still think a midfielder comes in no matter what.
Yeah, same thing.
Because I think people have got. I think people have got to get out their mind about how, transfers will come in. Maybe not the order you want them to, but the transfers will come in. That's the problem. Everyone wants a midfielder first, and that's fine.
And Andrew, here's just funny. The Savić kid, right? Your name is Savić. Why do I remember your name? I don't know. But you see, there are some miracles. I remember somebody's name. So Savić said, "What if we don't?" Well, we have a saying back home, like, you wait, and if it's not coming, you still wait. That's what we're gonna do. We just wait longer.
Wait till the summer.
That's it. That's what do you think we're gonna do? Do you want me to go with shotgun to the Stamford Bridge? That's what you like. Seriously, what do you think we should do if we don't sign midfielder? Nothing.
I think it's more like we don't trust these guys to think midfield is a priority. But then again,
exactly, like it's for me. It's like I get the whole Enzo thing. They've been on it and still negotiating, but like the emphasis on not signing midfielders, it's not convincing. Like they need to go all in out. Like for me, we haven't had a good midfield since 2017, and we're still buying attackers. The problem isn't that we're buying attackers for injuries, for wingers. We never put emphasis or priority on midfielders, and that's concerning.
Classic.
I don't know how
we haven't had that classic DM yet.
Look. I don't know what kind of you don't see us trying to sign midfielder. 120 million. We are ready to splash on midfielder, and you think we're not? How you say it? Not looking for a midfielder?
I think it's a right back.
No, I didn't say we're not looking. I said we're not looking for enough. It's just like one. Like we need
enough on midfielders. I think it's a right back where I feel like we're not pushing hard enough on that position.
It's because it's not an expensive position we're looking for. If it was expensive position, it will be more in the news.
Yeah.
Do you think midfielders cost more than forward?
Yeah. Midfielder costs more than right backs. Yeah, 100%.
Fatur, you lost, man. We're talking about the right back, not the forwards.
Oh, okay, yeah.
No, Fatur. Me and you were talking about the right back. That's why you. That's why I said that. It's not as expensive and stuff like that. So the newspapers are not as following.
And it's not sexy.
Yeah.
They're not gonna. These Matt Lowe, these people, they're not gonna spend time talking about Chelsea signing a right back.
Then we should have. Ironically, then you can say Roman and Tuchel are more responsible for the squad being messed right now.
Imagine blaming the guy that's not allowed in the
100%.
country. Yeah.
Whoa. In the form Marina, I'm thinking.
Blame Marina.
Yeah, all right, yeah, maybe it's not Abramovich, but that regime. That's why we're where we are now.
Yeah, I will blame the government. That's xenophobic government that stole the club from the guy.
Yeah.
Let's go further than that.
Yeah.
Can you say that the summer 2022 has been by far the worst transfer window then?
No.
What about 2017?
2020, 2017.
2017 is top.
Galib, you brilliant. That's how that saying came out, Galib. What happens if the bus doesn't come? You wait.
Fuck you now. Right, let me go for a few more of these. Legendary Villain says 10 million and 280k wages for a 6-month loan. If it doesn't work, we just send his ass back. Simple.
Exactly.
And guys, since Bowley is buying everyone Arsenal and United are interested in, we have a player called Maguire. You want another defender to add to your 60-plus defenders at Chelsea? No, but you guys aren't interested in Maguire either, so therefore we can't be interested.
Yeah, why don't you go?
Thank you very much,
man. We're not playing Felix in right back, fam.
It's not our fault. It's not our fault. You're too slow to buy players.
Yeah,
you know what I mean, you guys have been linked for him for 2 weeks and you haven't done anything. You know what I mean?
Big up Saeed as well, saying buying Felix to play right wing back. Don't be pissy because you wanted Felix and he's coming to the Chelsea, bro. There's no reason to be petty about it, but big up, my guy. Hope you're all good.
Yeah, it's not our fault. It's not our fault. You guys are still designing your first text message to try and woo him. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta put your money towards a new ground.
Yeah, it's not our fault. You're poor and you're putting a cap on your wages. It's not our
They
fault.
need to reinvest in new toilets, man. I think they should focus on that.
Need to fix the roof.
You invest in a roof, bruv.
Invest in the toilets, man.
You know what's funny? Old Trafford doesn't have a
Why?
screen.
You can't find the hole when you pee?
Yeah, I can't lie. Side Old Trafford.
Alex, relax.
Seriously, man. What problem with the toilets?
It's bad.
It's bad.
Oh, you don't want to know, mate.
You don't want to know.
What? All I need is a hole, man. All I need is a hole.
It's all.
All I need is
Legendary Villains back again. Big up, my guy, saying, Lewis, how does scouting at Chelsea work? Football Manager or FIFA 23? Or does Bowley try to copy Ten Hag or Arteta exam answers? A little bit of column A, a little bit of column B, a little bit of column C, my friend.
Ain't these the guys who spent 90 million euros on Anthony?
Yeah, not Anthony, the guy that chases his own
You
tail.
talk about Football Manager and stuff like that.
Sometimes it's good, sometimes it's shit.
75
No, I am. That's not funny, man. That's not funny. That's not funny.
I'm just laughing at the comments. I'm sorry.
You lot were playing in a car park for years, the cheek. And if you don't renovate your ground, it's gonna turn into a car park.
That's what's funny. That guy was complaining about the toilets. Like, you should go to Old Trafford, see how toilets are over there. The whole ground is a big giant toilet.
In good voice. Big up, my guys. Big up.
And plus, this type of players, it's not like you the only one that has eyes that can see Felix, that can see these players. Everyone,
he's a secret player or something.
I know, right? I can understand if we signed like some unknown kid from whatever, and Arsenal were chasing him. But listen,
man,
I
don't know what it says about Manchester United, who are currently in 4th, but this guy's chosen to play for a 10th place club. That says more about you than us.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So,
side.
What?
If he does well though, do you reckon we keep him with Nkunku?
Nkunku's coming either way.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do you think they can play in the same team?
Yeah, Nkunku and Felix are like.
I think they can.
Nkunku, Felix, and Fofana. Here we go.
Huh? Fofana.
I think Mountain to start.
What? Fofana is a striker. Why are you laughing? You forgot that we have a Fofana striker, right?
Fofana at the back. Fofana in attack.
I mean, at least he held up the ball twice yesterday. Something I haven't seen in months.
We got super important. That's been rhyme.
Wait, also, are we not linked to this kid called Thuram?
Max Morgan. Can you bring Max Morgan comment, please? Suck your mom.
Yes. We got him.
Hey, we need that carefree Louis G, but out of context.
First of all, how do you know he's Russian? Yeah.
It's been a while,
Yeah.
man. It's been a while.
Right, cool. I think Josh or Scott might be trying to come in, so I'm just gonna rotate the panel a little bit. Adnan, big up yourself for joining in, my guy. Big up yourself. Take care, my guy. Anyone else? No, I'll keep it like that for now.
Can
cool.
Felix play in the Champions League? Yes, he can, doesn't he? Even if he's on loan, right?
I think so. Not 100% sure. I think so.
Yeah, he's not playing right back, man. Don't listen to Said, man. Allow it.
Who? Hey, you know what he's not playing? He's not playing at Old Trafford for Man United. That's where he's not playing.
Yeah, man.
Yes, Scott, what are you telling me, bro?
I don't know where to start, to be honest. That game was shit. Like, I can't lie, I couldn't give a fuck about the Felix signing right now. Not because he's a bad player or because I don't want him, but because like there's so many other issues to talk about. And
exactly.
The thing I will say though is people acting like it's the end of the transfer window already. Like, bro, just because we ain't signed a midfielder yet or a right back, wait until the end of the transfer window. So we still ain't signed one then cool. Like, moan for all you want, but right now it's 9 days. Like,
that's why you could be more excited about the Felix deal, though.
I'm not excited about it because right now, like, I don't know what it means because I don't know if it means that he's going to come in and play on the left. I don't know if it means he's going to come in and replace one of the guys we already had. Like, I don't know what it means, so I'm not excited about it just because I don't know what it means.
I don't know if this makes anything. Simon Phillips is tweeting out that apparently we're in talks to sign Pedro Porro from Sporting Lisbon.
Nice. Very happy about that. Very happy about that.
Yeah.
That's true.
Just saying, don't take it with a pinch of salt as always. Guys.
Yeah.
I was going to say, like,
copying Tottenham too.
Big pinch of salt. Big, massive pinch of salt when he's signed.
I was like, if true, then that's a massive positive because I like him as a player. But yeah, like, I'm just more focused on the game yesterday because, like, I think that's for me the more important thing. Because, like, at the end of the day, just signing Felix or just signing Pedro Porro, if that's true, doesn't fix the overall problem. Like, this team and this club and these players have a systemic problem. Like, they have a problem that has festered for, as Andrew said earlier, and he was spot on. Like, for some of these players, 5 years. Like, for some of them, it's even longer.
9.
And it's these players are just garbage. Some of them, like half this team is garbage. Half this team needs to go. Half this team needs to just or be benched or something. Like, that's the thing, because when the way I'll put it this way, when you've got a problem, and Alex will understand this a bit better considering his profession. When you've got a problem inside your body, right? You've got something needs removing. Like, you've got a real problem. There's something festering inside of you. What do? Do you put a plaster over it? Do you take a bit of Calpol, make yourself feel better? Or do you go and get surgery to remove it?
You get in 12 gauge shotgun, buck bullets,
jump over bridge,
making a hole.
Hey, at least it come out then. At least it come out. But that's the thing. You go and remove it. You don't put a plaster over it. You don't, take a painkiller or a bit of Calpol, make yourself feel better. You remove it.
Sniff some vodka.
Hey, that might be your thing. That's not my thing. Yeah, you remove it. Like, that's the thing. And we have got a problem. And it's not just one player. It's not just two. It's at least at this point 10. Like, it's at least 10. You're not going to get rid of all of them at once. Maybe not get rid of them all of them within 2 windows, but you get rid of a majority of them because they are causing a problem, which we have seen at this football club, as Andrew said earlier, under 4 or 5 different managers, under this one, under Tuchel, under Lampard, regardless of however you rate him, under Sarri, regardless you rate him, even a couple of them under Conte. Like, at what point are we going to say this band-aid of getting rid of this manager and getting this other manager coming in? At what point are we going to say that's not working? Just fuck the players off.
Well, Alex said it.
Something Lewis said earlier, I was thinking about. Lewis mentioned, like, before everyone jumped on, right at the start, that we're debating Potter in or out right now. If Tuchel was still here, we'd be debating Tuchel in or out right now. We were. Go back at the start of the season and watch the stream.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah, we were.
We were debating Tuchel in or out in fucking August. And what's changed? We've got another manager in. It's still the same dead players. We've changed the backroom staff. We've changed the fucking scouting network, the system, everything about the club. We've even changed the physios, for fuck's sake. Damn near everything about the club has changed in those 6 months or a few months or however many it's been from then to now, apart from one thing or a group of people.
When you say the players, Scott, can you
garbage.
Can you mention what players because when you said the players, I don't know. Do you mean all 26 members of the team?
No, it's not all 26, but it's a good majority. When I say the players as well, I take the new signings out of it.
There's a lot of them.
Because they've been here like 6 months, and regardless of how well or mostly badly they're doing, I'm gonna give them the at least the season and like a year's time to acclimatize with Potter and like the league and everything, depending on like what other leagues and other teams they've come from, right? You look at everyone else, a large majority of this team just ain't good enough and need to go. Like, and I'm talking loads of players. I'm talking people's favourites as well. Like, it does not matter whether it's players like Mount or Havertz or whether it's players like Kante and Jorginho. They all need to go. All of them need to go. Like, and again, it doesn't matter whether they're old or young, because some of them just ain't getting better. Some of them won't develop the necessary skills, like the basic skills as well, to play for this football club, unless they are happy doing what Loftus-Cheek has done his entire career effectively and sit on the bench.
Loftus-Cheek getting straight every time.
It's not even a stray, but it's more of a case of like,
you're telling the truth. You're telling the truth.
Yeah.
It's not a shot, because like, and if he's happy to do this, that's fine. Like, from all reports we've read from accounts from him over the years, he is happy to be at Chelsea and play in whatever capacity because he just wants to play for Chelsea. If that's how you are as a person, fine. Like, if Gallagher, for example, wants to sit on the bench his whole career at Chelsea, cool. Like, fine. If he wants to, fine. But if not, if he actually wants to play games, hey, go and fucking do it elsewhere, bro, because you're shit.
But Scott,
if Mount wants 300k a week, hey, go and get your 300k a week from Newcastle or something. It ain't here. If Havertz wants to be playing as a number 9 and quote unquote showing people what I can do, go and show it in Munich. Don't show it in London.
He said that?
I think the thing Lewis was talking about right at the start of the stream, or towards the start of the stream, where he was talking about Havertz was like, I can play in this position, that position, I can play here or there.
God, man.
In the same interview, he was something like, the fan. He was, I think he said something along the lines of, the fans know what I can do. Brother, what you can do is fail to hold the ball up and slide on your arse.
All you've done is just give us miserable. But if you guys remember the second leg of the Real Madrid semi-final that we had, did you see the amount of chances that guy missed?
Yeah.
Like,
extra time.
I don't think this guy knows how to shoot. He passes. I feel like he's one of those people that prefer placement, and he's trying to make the goalkeeper look foolish. Just kick the ball with power and precision. Why are you trying to finesse shot? Why are you trying to kick the ball slowly? Every shot this guy takes, I can't remember the last time this guy kicked the ball with power. I genuinely can't remember.
I'll tell you when it was. It was away at Salzburg.
Yeah, that was away at Salzburg. But this is the thing as well, and I go back to the comments that Havertz makes. Like, I remember when we used to have, and like, I know that people do this a lot, but I remember when you go back and used to have players, forget the Terrys and the Lampards and as well, but when we used to have better players where like, they could say something that came across as egotistic, or they could say something that made you like question them, but they back it up. Like, I remember we had players that could do that. Like, nowadays, even like Costas, even like whoever, we've got players now who want to say shit constantly or want to act in a certain way. And when in reality, they're a bunch of pussy holes with no spine.
Shush the crowd.
When you've got man who want to shush the crowd and then do nothing for 6 months.
Just the haters, not the crowd.
When you've got players that want to talk about, oh, I didn't rate this manager the way that this manager wanted to play me. I didn't want to listen to his instructions. Bro, you've been arsed like most of your Chelsea career or injured. Shut the fuck up and sit down. When you've got players...
Scott, remember when Jorginho...
Let him land.
When you've got players that have this fundamental, and this is why I'm now on the Jorginho out thing, because I like him as a player in terms of certain things he does, but he is part of the problem where he is part of this whole issue. So to fix the issue, he needs to go as well. Him and so many others need to go, regardless of whether they are a good player or not, because they are part of the fucking issue. They are part of this cancer, and I'll use that word. Shut the fuck up, man. To that, man. I'm like talking about Havertz being one of the best players because he gets stuck in. Bro, fine. Because he gets stuck in. Good for him.
Stuck in. He's just petulant.
Yeah, man. He was more effective in
he runs
our own box.
The fact of the matter is, He did more for Man City yesterday in the game than he has for Chelsea most of this season. So then you go and look at like the problem. The problem is so many players that you can't just like, we can't be sticking with any of these players now. Just get rid of them. Keep the ones like Koulibaly and Chalobah and Sterling for now, and players like fuck off. Respectfully, Ziyech needs to go as well.
I'm sorry, Ziad.
Like, bro, like, I like you, Ziad, but like, yeah, no, he needs to go. But you keep those guys, or you keep like Fofana, you keep obviously the new signings we've just got in this January, like, but get rid of the people that there have been an issue with, where they were an issue under Sarri, they were an issue under Lampard. Again, regardless of how good he is as a manager, they were still an issue. They were an issue under Tuchel. We've had every sort of manager now. We've had inexperienced but loves the club. We've had, you know, a new manager with a couple of new managers with new ideas that want to try things. One was English, one wasn't. We've had an experienced manager that's won things at the top level and has a CV. What's next? We've had every fucking manager type we can have, basically, and they've let every single one of them down at the end.
French manager.
We need a what?
A bold French manager.
Zidane ain't coming, bro.
But at the same time, Scott, like you said, it's still only the 9th of January. It looks like we're getting Felix in. If we can get a right back and then a midfielder, very good start to the second half of the season. Top 4 he'll become. You know what I mean? The positive, lads. Positive.
You're still talking top 4, bro.
Now, I could hear you laughing as you said that.
Yeah, exactly. That's why you're not on camera.
Mate, Felix.
The reason he's not on camera because he likes Ziyech. That's number one reason.
Listen, Matty Cash, Enzo Fernandez, and Joe Felix will come for
Joe Felix. He called the guy Joe Felix.
Will
Like
come
he's
for
American or
us,
something.
bro.
I mean, he is Joe. Is either Felix or Joe.
Joao Felix.
Well, until he plays well, then we can call him by his real name. For now, it's Joe.
Oh, Felix, Ziyech, and Havertz. Oh, that's sauce.
I know Scott was ripping the players, and I agree with what he said. But there's a part of me that feels sorry for these players, because I think in a different system, a different club, they could do well. But it's just like Chelsea. People forgetting. I know he was at Ajax, and Ajax is really not a challenge. But like in the Champions League under Ten Hag, he was a good player. Everybody wanted this guy. Havertz, I don't even bring up his name. Who else came? Pulisic, he came from Dortmund. He wasn't that special. Sterling had a career at Manchester City. He was all right. But I don't understand. Every time when it comes to Chelsea, these players, it doesn't matter if they're young talents, it doesn't matter if they're experienced, it doesn't matter if they're top 5 in their position. The moment they join Chelsea Football Club, it's like their fundamentals, football abilities just get ripped away. It's like they're brain dead. As soon as they join Chelsea, they're brain dead.
It's the base that you build a team on that's wrong with Chelsea. Because if you put like the simple thing, Zakaria is not the most amazing player. I don't rate him that highly. But what he did in that first half against Man City is the bare minimum you expect from a midfielder. I think the biggest issue we have is that area of the pitch. If we had competent players there, some of these players will increase their performance by maybe 1 or 2%. But I think it got to a point now where it's a point of no return. At this point now, it's just a time to let some of these guys go. That's why I don't agree about Danny Levy. It's a bit too excessive. But maybe
Rico, someone said it before.
Yeah.
The foundation you bought, the foundation you've already got in your squad. The reasons the guys like Hazard, Mata, Oscar, Schürrle, Costa, others, and Fabregas were able to perform so well is because of what we already had in the squad.
Yeah.
With a foundation of a winning team, a foundation of leaders, and the foundation of fighters and warriors in there.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? That you build upon so that these players I've just mentioned could ball out. Yeah? We don't have that.
No.
We don't have a spine at all. We have no spine at all in this team. And that helps as well because we had a spine for like 10 years. That was the best or one of the best. And we don't and allowed others to flourish. If you don't have that, then it's not gonna work. It's not gonna happen.
Exactly. You know? And I was going to say, like, on the like the process thing, because I know that's going to talk about a lot. My process right now is for this club is a really simple one. You only need like a year and a half, maybe, and that's to gut this club. You gut this squad, like I don't care what you have to do. I don't care whether you have to lose money, whether you have to terminate contracts. What you do, you gut this squad, and you get a lot of these players out. Because then when you do that and you build, like Andrew mentioned, and like, as I said, I can't remember who it was, but someone else mentioned, when you build that foundation, When you start having a foundation of it's like 5-6 people where it all works, you can start adding those other pieces. You know, you add your Nkunku's if he's not one of the foundational pieces, or you add maybe a Fofana, the striker one, or who else to that. That's when you do that. But right now, the process is really very simple, and I don't care where we finish to do this. Apart from relegation, obviously, but you gut this club and this team.
I think if you look at,
as Lewis said earlier, one final point before you go on. As Lewis said earlier, for me as well, this is the worst Chelsea squad I've seen in my lifetime, bar none.
Yeah, I think when you look at our squad right now as it stands, the only positive thing I would say, our defense is really good. Easily. I don't think we need to worry a lot about the defense. I think where the issue is the other two compartment, midfield and attack. I think the next one we have to readdress like urgently this window and summer is the midfield. Once we do that, we need to pause on these attackers. Once we do that, then let's look at the attackers, because not naturally the attackers will leave. Some of them are coming to the end of their contract. All we need to do, don't renew it. Just let it go. Let them go. Like, we don't have to renew. So this is why I'm watching Bowley and Potter now on the renewal. Kante, Jorginho is coming up. One of them has to go. They can't keep both of them. Because if they keep both of them, then to me it sounds like there's no revamp. Then they're kicking the can to 2-3 years for them before they do a rebuild. Because naturally, Kante, Jorginho will have to retire and will leave the club. But we want to expedite that a bit quickly so they can leave now and rebuild that. Our defense is really good. I think our defense on paper, even the kid that played yesterday from the academy, he's actually a decent player. He played way better than Koulibaly. I can't believe it. And that was his first professional game.
That's what I mean. It's like you don't have the people in there to lead.
Yeah.
And the kid should have been guided by Koulibaly and whoever and helped throughout the game, but he ended up looking like more experienced.
Because he was rushing, he was doing things like you see him stepping in midfield because there's no one telling him like, oh no, listen, you don't have to go there. But
I think it's because the kid was thrown into the team, not because it was the planned thing for him slowly to get into the team. It was no such a thing, because in the normal circumstances, the kid will come and make 5-10 minutes first appearance for Chelsea. He won't go for the full thing. That's the difference.
That's the first time.
You're not, because we have so many injuries and the way rotation and stuff.
You're not going to pay Thiago.
I was going to say, like, if it hadn't been for the fact, if we'd have had a fit right back, I reckon he wouldn't have started. It would have been Chalobah and Koulibaly.
Yeah.
And you don't like, if you think that it's easy for kid to come in that never made 0 minutes for first team, and you put him as a starter against City.
Yeah,
he played well.
I'm saying he played well, but that's not what I'm. It's not on Koulibaly. You're not becoming a good defense by single. You become a good defense by partnership. What I'm saying is Koulibaly, this is his first year. I'll wait for him.
Yeah.
But he should not make mistakes like a kindergarten mistakes.
Yeah. That was too much for me. He's got to get benched for Chalobah now at this point. Has to be.
I'm not saying you wait for him, but if an offer comes in, would you let him go? If say someone
if an offer comes in, it depends.
You let him
the
go.
If the offer's good enough, cool.
Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons we signed Badiashile.
So Matt Law,
it was no coincidence that 2 days before we even, or 3 days before we even signed Badiashile, confirmed it. There was rumours about Koulibaly possibly leaving in the summer
to AC Milan.
Matt Law's confirmed the Felix deal. So that's the source right there, mate.
Matt Law's a tapping merchant, mate.
I mean, they all are.
He's just
heads up to Ben Jacobs.
Oh, man.
What's he doing, Ben
Jacobs, man? Leave him alone. This is the wrong stream. No one's here. You can't have an argument about Ben Jacobs on this stream.
Big up Rigo Park saying Chelsea's most successful EPL team the last 20 years. All teams will struggle, but where's the fight? You can't teach pride. Facts. Egos like Kai, Mount, others can move on. More facts. As Frank Leboeuf said, give us 11 warriors. Yeah, like I think the biggest issue for me about the game was the manner of which they performed as opposed to the defeat. They just spread their cheeks.
This is the thing as well, and it's like you look at other clubs, and it's like they might have players that are slightly worse off, technically speaking. Like the two players that come to mind immediately are Xhaka and Henderson. But I look at where they were and where they are at now, and they have improved so much, or they are now where they're at now compared to where they were if you go back a few years ago, like in terms of when Henderson first joined Liverpool, or like his first 2 seasons, and Xhaka from a few years ago, is they had fight. This team's got no fight. This team's got no spine because they're all a bunch of pussy-holes. And the only time they do have any fight is after one game or when they want to say something in the media because it makes them look good. Like, man, shut the fuck up and do it on the pitch. Do it on the pitch for like half a season and then chat. Like, don't talk to me when you've done when you've had one good game, like internationally or something, and you just want to chat because it makes you look good. No, shut the fuck up and do something now.
Can I bring somebody in the chat, please?
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Daniel, he said Marina ruined the wage structure. I can blame Marina for a lot of things, but money isn't one of them. The problem with what you said is, I think it's more towards the Chelsea fans that saw Chalobah play really, really good couple of games for Sarri, and all of a sudden the offer came from what's the name? From what's that? From Germany.
Bayern Munich.
For him, Bayern, and Chelsea fan on the ramp. Why? And then unexperienced Lampard convinced the guy to get it, but the only way convinced it's 120 million a week. So no, I don't think it's Marina. I think it's a lot of things but Marina in that specific situation. Our wage structure was broken because of that fraud. By the way, how is he doing in Germany? Unbelievable scoring. Unbelievable. Even Timo Werner outscored him in Germany.
I think our wage structure was broken from all the way back to 2003. I think we wanted to break into the duopoly of United and Arsenal. We had to offer something different. So we had to pay players more. I think we never really had a strict wage structure.
Wage structures reflect the times we're in.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Depends on inflation, depends on anything.
The wage structure's been fucked for ages, but this ownership now have the perfect opportunity to fix it.
Exactly.
Fix it.
Perfect opportunity. You tell Georgie, you say bye-bye to Jorginho. You tell Kante, you want 290? Nah, bye-bye. Mount, 300k, bye-bye. Like, all these players, you want this money, either show...
By the way, Kante will get the deal on the same wages.
Cool, whatever. Like, they should still say bye to him as well. But show that you deserve it, or fuck off. Show you deserve it, or take this lower wage, or fuck off.
Hold that, Mason Mount.
Yeah, I think Mason Mount has this, like, he has this aura thinking.
I'm fed up with Kai Havertz and Mason Mount. I think I'm losing my mind.
The thing that pisses
I know
me
I
off.
said about, like, it's not just them, or like a couple
I
of
know they
things
can
that-
play better. Don't get me wrong, but
it's just I'm just done. Like again, it's like I said earlier, when you've got players that can't do the basics of football, like you can't, your first touch is arse. Like that's the stuff I was taught as a kid when I was like 11 playing football. About you like that's the first thing you get taught is like first touch, and then
Scott,
to pass the ball.
There's two things I don't like. I don't like when people saying that those footballers don't have a basic football knowledge, which they do because they proved they do. My problem is why they not using those those basic football knowledge now. That's my biggest question. If this is because they don't want to get the manager, you know what? That's what pisses me off.
Yeah.
Because I know that they have a basic football abilities. Because they've been showing me those basic football abilities before. My problem is why they not using them.
Yeah. Right. Exactly. Why have they not progressed?
Why they not doing it?
No. Why don't you not consistently showing it?
Big up no one saying we should not panic, guys. In 2021, we had 28 points after 19 games, and this time we have a great manager, so top 4 is a done deal. I can't tell if that's sarcastic or not, but the competitive nature of the Premier League has grown a lot in those last 2 years. I don't think it's that.
People saying, you know what's funny? People saying Felix, Ball, and Fire, and goodbye Mount. If you think for a second that Mason Mount is going to be dropped out of this team, you out of your freaking mind. Get
This is
people in
Yeah,
your
I
head.
understand.
Listen, get it in your head.
The
Him
Felix
and Kai
signing alone-
Havertz are gonna be nailed in the starting 11, and everybody else is gonna play around them.
Hey,
I was
like
gonna
Josh
say, like,
said, man.
the,
Vegas
the
this-
can
signing
win,
of
man.
the signing of Felix
It's
does
what
not
it is.
change anything. It's when we
Yeah, it
have
doesn't.
if Felix is made permanent, it's when we have Felix, Nkunku, say another one, say we get Thuram, and then like we have those three and maybe one other, and then you've still got Mount and Havertz. That will be when it's like you can judge whether they're actually going to be dropped or whether they are undroppable. Because if at that point they're still playing, then you got then at that point the questions go to the manager.
Super Tama Tuchel comment. Alex, what's the difference between Marina and Bole? Signing Felix when we need a midfielder? No. Vavel, it's the difference.
I was going to say this also isn't Bowley. People stop getting this twisted. This
Yeah,
isn't a
Bowley-
Bowley signing. This is a Vivel signing.
Yeah.
So if you got a problem with it, like chat to
Yeah.
Vivel about it.
Bowley apparently has left that role as an interim sporting director. He's left
Yep.
that. So
He's
he's
focused on
Vivel
different
and
aspects.
This
By the way,
is something I wanted to bring
he
up as
never
well. Like,
wanted to do that in the first place.
I was going to say this is something I wanted to bring up as well because I saw people complaining about our signings from the summer. You mean the ones that Tuchel basically had a hand in every single one of them?
Well,
Like, they
based on
literally-
what they said, that it didn't
Mo-
because he didn't answer their WhatsApp messages. So
Mo-
how he
most
can
of
be
the-
involved in the signings
Most of the
if he
signings
didn't
that we
answer their
made in the
WhatsApp
summer,
messages?
most of the signings we made in the summer were like Tuchel players or players that Tuchel alluded to wanting. We literally have a Tuchel player playing up front or not playing up front because he's not playing the squad. Like Sterling was a Tuchel player. Like they basically went because there wasn't a scouting system in place for players that Tuchel wanted or wanted to work with. So I don't like if you're questioning the signings we made, put some of that energy on Tuchel as well. Or does that not fit what you want to do?
Because Tuchel had the plan for these players, maybe they would have worked out. We never know. So it's Bowley that's to blame. You can't really blame
Yeah, ownership.
100%. Blame him for the signing. Blame him for the sacking. But like, if you're going to blame him for the signings, like I don't know really what you like.
I don't actually. I can say that the Tuchel got his way. The only thing I can see Tuchel got his way is it's with Aubameyang, because the rest of them, he wanted.
I think he wanted Sterling
and
as well.
Sterling, yeah, Sterling. The other ones, I wouldn't say that. He didn't want Koulibaly. He wanted that. What's his name? Delinquent. From the and then he wanted Ake. So and Ake is the starter for City now, and look how he's playing.
Yeah, but the reason we couldn't get Ake is that Man City looked at the market and then put up the price to like 50.
Because Vardiol, they tried to get Vardiol.
Yeah, they couldn't.
I saw Koulibaly and thought, "Fuck that."
They couldn't see the market for it, and that's when they stuck to 50. We weren't willing to go that high, and that's when we walked away from the deal. People forget about the context. They just like
especially as well because I don't know. Was this after were we after Ake after they sold Zinchenko?
Yeah,
no, at the same time. We actually wanted Ake and Sterling at the same time.
Alex, so it's the same time. So what I was going to say is Ake for them is useful because he can also play left back. So then they've got to look at usefulness as well. And it's like, can they get someone in who's going to...
Versatility.
Yeah, it's like Andrew said, it's can you get someone in who's going to do the same thing? The only person really in the market at the time that could do that was Gvardiol. And that was going to cost them like 90 to 100 mil, and they already showed with Cucurella they weren't going to go and spend that. Like, they weren't going to go and spend that there. So then it's, as Andrew said, it's at that point you're debating, well, it's probably not worth us selling him then, unless they're going to give us like 50 to 60 mil, so then we can go and buy Gvardiol. It's like, yeah, it's at that point, it's like, so I kind of understand why they didn't want to sell Ake, because it now looks like it was a brilliant choice.
And
So
the person in the chat saying nobody wanted Ake. It's just not true. It's just not true. We were in for Ake.
What?
With the sporting director, new accent.
A bunch of Chelsea fans did not want Ake. I can tell you that.
Yeah, first Chelsea fans didn't want him, but you know.
With the sporting director and scouts now, I don't expect Chelsea to be narrow-minded.
Hey, Lewis, I'm a cut. Yeah, that's
in
all I
the
want to
transfer.
big up everyone.
No worries, bruv. Take care.
No
Big
worries.
up
You're missing as much as Ziyech at Chelsea.
Bro, this is gonna score a hat trick against Fulham, bro. Watch, Alex. I'm coming for you.
Wallahi, Z.
Wallahi, I'm coming,
man. Wallahi, fam.
Big up. Big up legendary villain as well, saying Potter playing 10-0 one and one of them will be right wing back. Lewis, answer question. Does United get a referral fee for that Felix deal?
Oh,
We need the money. No, but you get 25% off a Kai Havertz sale, so you can have him for free. So it just depends on
that reminds me of something else, actually. Remember when everyone was like, oh, I want us to play a back four because it's limiting our attacking talent and we'll play so much better when we're playing a back four. And why is Tuchel playing a back three? Why is he playing a back three? Why are we not playing a back four? This is why. Because when we play a back four, bro, we're so open and we look like shit. This is why we didn't play a back four, because we're open as fuck.
No. I think Tuchel wanted to play back three, but he wanted to play back three differently. That's one thing. We playing back four because
regardless, Alex,
with the proper defense, with the proper. I'm not gonna get the yesterday's game as a how you say it, as a standard. That's we actually play
every game so far we've played under a back four. We've looked open. Because again, we don't have.
We looked even worse under back three, under Potter.
We still look bad. My point is, Alex, we still look bad.
I see what you're saying, but
these are just bad anyway.
You just want to prove your point by saying that. Yeah. I agree with you. It's you're saying right, but at the same time, we playing even worse with the back three.
Yeah,
because these players are just shit. They're just bad. They're just bad, and they need to go.
I kind of started going on your side about the whole thing with what's his name, Koulibaly, but I'll still give him.
Ain't even just the Koulibaly thing. Like it's not like him is not who I'm aimed at. It's like all of them. Like we just don't have the midfield or the players, because it's like you've got players who are meant to be midfielders that don't know where to position themselves, or you've got a defensive mid who just can't defend transitions. And like, I'm sorry, he can't defend transitions at all. And like you've got players that, because they're being played out of position or they're not used to a position, they try and overcompensate by trying too hard, and it's like none of it works because the system is just so fucked. Like, sorry, the team is just so fucked. It doesn't matter what formation you play. It does not matter what formation.
I can't make a 10-yard through ball after he dribbles past 4 players. Like, I don't understand these players, man. Like,
it's just fucked. It's just fucked. And as I said, it's not getting better until we fix it. And it fixes you by like getting rid of some of these players.
I would like to bring somebody to the Max Morgan. If you won't tell me that in my face, because I will shut that vodka bottle up your ass, man. It will go in like
it's no. Up your ass.
What the fuck, man? What's your problem, man?
No, not you. I mean the comment.
I know. I'm talking about this Max Morgan.
Okay. Forced penetration aside. Joao Felix.
Yay! Lewis finally start to get money.
Felix preferred the Chelsea project as opposed to Arsenal United. You rivals can hold that, bro. Felix believes in the project. Felix believes in Super
Big G.
I'm sorry, Felix.
No.
As much as like we couldn't get him. Like, how do you look at what Chelsea are doing right now in Arsenal and you choose Chelsea? Like,
who does Felix bench? Nobody, because the bench is not there. We have 10 injured players, man. Who is he benching? He's gonna bench Pulisic and Sterling. Guess why? Because they're on the medical bench.
So to answer your question, it's the same reasons why Partey decided to go to Arsenal at the time that he did, despite the fact they were finishing in 8th and looked like shit. It's the same reason why Ødegaard decided to go there, like rather than stay in Spain.
Hold on a second. Onstin said that there's an option to buy.
Huh?
Onstin's article said that it is option to buy.
What?
David said. Onstin said there is an option to buy.
All I've been hearing is that there's no option to buy.
I can't if there is cool, if there isn't cool. Like I don't think it matters either way, because as far as I'm seeing,
it will not hurt to have an option. You know what I'm saying?
No, like, that's fair, but like it cracks me up that like half this fan base doesn't seem to want Felix, but then they're also pissed we didn't get a buy option.
Yeah.
Why are you pissed we didn't get a buy option for a guy you didn't want? Like, make it make sense. But yeah, the thing with like, as I was going to say, with like some players, and this is why I always make the point that the Champions League is not the be all and end all to getting players, is because as long as you have a coach and or owner and people in like at the top who can convince players that the project is good enough, you'll sign top players regardless. As I said, it's why Arsenal signed some of the players they did, despite being where they were. Like, it's why Liverpool, at the time that they did, managed to convince players to sign for them, despite where they were. It's the same reason why we've managed to like convince Nkunku and Felix to join, and like we've somehow convinced Enzo to join, like despite where we are. Because like if you can convince them that the project is good enough and they can see the vision that you're trying to paint them, they'll join.
Yeah, because they might think like, oh, they'll be the face of
this was money. It's all about listen, and rightly so. It's about money. Okay, it's all
money. Yeah.
Money. Rightly so. Yeah. It's a job.
That's the project. The project is to get that money into his bank account. That's all. That's the project.
Yeah.
You see, I think I can explain why. If there's no option to buy, I can explain why. Because I think maybe because if there's options to buy, Atletico will put the significant price on him now.
Yeah. They want a bidding
So
in the summer.
Exactly. So I think Felix is out of the club for no matter what.
Yeah. But they want
so if he was going on loan to Chelsea and they will give him options to buy, Chelsea, it will be a substantial. But the value for him will drop if he doesn't perform at Chelsea.
Plus, I will say as well that like short-term signings, I know this is kind of weird bearing in mind the drum I've been bagging like most of this season since Potter's come in, but short-term signings for a project club can work depending on the situation. Look at United right now. They're trying to sign Wout Weghorst on loan from Burnley because right now they just need a striker who's a different profile to what they've got. Doesn't mean that he's going to stay with them long-term. It doesn't mean that he's going to be here any more than the end of the season, but they might not have the options to go and sign a striker right now, and he's the best option they can have until the summer. Might be the same with Felix. We sign him on loan now because with the other signings we want to make as a club, we can't get anyone else. But come the summer, we go and sign Leao, or we go and get Thuram on a free, and we go and sign someone else like a Mudryk or something if he doesn't leave this January. Yes. So like, just because he's signing for 6 months and we don't have a buy option, doesn't necessarily, it's not like a problem, because then it just means that we're giving ourselves an extra 6 months or 5 months, whatever it is, to go and look at other players that we can sign in the summer.
Plus, it might be that the fact that we're signing him on loan can be another couple of things as well. We heard we're in for Thuram, but he's out of contract in the summer, right?
Yeah.
He might not want to move because then he doesn't get like a signing on bonus or shit like that to wherever he wants to go. It all depends. Do you know what I mean? It's just,
or
it can be a matter of things. You know?
Or it might just be a case of we don't want to pay a fee. So we sign him on a pre-contract agreement now, and for those 6 months while we wait, we have Felix.
Yes, that could be it as well. Exactly right, yeah.
Let me ask you a question, because this is just my theory until the end of the season. Maybe, what if Chelsea does not sign any midfielder this season and sign only right back? Would you be as much as upset with Felix and the right back backup signing this January?
I'd be annoyed, but not as upset.
And I'm kind of turning towards this way because I think Zakaria was start to play a bigger part in this midfield than actually initially thought.
I think that's the thing.
That means that even with how bad we're playing, maybe to not force a big signing like what's his name, Enzo in January, we can try and fight some other clubs in the summer for him.
But also look out for movement on Lavia this
year. Yeah. This is my thing. Like, for example, numerically we have to have Felix based on what injuries are Sterling and what's his name. But we cannot replace Reece James. So that's the biggest signing for me this transfer window should be. Right back than any other. Even midfield with Zakaria. Am I trusting if that midfield can produce a top 4? I don't think so. But it will actually could give us some game and some time to get to the summer transfer window and not overblow the budget in January. Because remember, FFP goes from April to April.
Right.
So,
like with the
but we spent 300 million in the summer. That means that if we spend another one this January, that will mean that it's on 1 year, physical year for FFP.
Yeah. Also, we're unlikely, depending on who we're going to sell, we're unlikely to make a lot of money either this January or potentially in the summer. Like unless one of Mount or Havertz or like I'm trying to think who else can potentially go. Maybe a Kepa. Like, unless one of these guys is going,
Kovacic.
we're not making. Yeah, Kovacic. We're not making a lot of money off these signings.
Fraser, we did
90
actually.
million for Mount,
We're
right,
gonna
Timo?
get
90 million for Mount, Timo?
Fraser, we
any-
actually did. We spent a lot of the players that we got in the summer. We paid up front. If you remember Fofana from Leicester, the reason why we didn't pay the full amount, it's because we paid in one installment for Fofana. Same with what's his name? Bertman right left back. Cucurella. We outbeat City based on the first installment. Plus, what's his name? 40 mil for what's his name? The Koulibaly. That club does not get installments. You pay full everything at once at that club.
And now they've got the guys in. Now they've got the guys in. They're trying to change that because we're not playing full for Nkuku up front.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So
we're
now
just paying more. We're just paying more, but we're paying it over stages. Which is why Which is why we're not probably going to play for Enzo.
We did blow up 300 physical 300 pretty much this summer.
Exactly. And then Nkuku's money is going into next year's
FFP thing. Yeah. Look, man, somebody a special case said Suarez. I love Suarez as a player, but
Suarez is at a club and he's like 35.
I know that. I'm saying that attitude of Suarez. You don't
bring
find
an
those
old
kind of
striker
players.
back. If you're going to bring an old striker back, just try and get Giroud back. If you're going to bring an old striker back. You know
I mean, I don't want to bring his name up, but Lukaku. I mean,
no.
Like, where does he sign?
Do you want to be kicked out of a stream?
No,
No, I'm not saying. I said I don't want to bring his name up. But
he again comes back to what I said earlier. He is him and his ego are part of the whole problem. Like, he will be a cancer to this club and to this the dressing room. Get him out.
You just said the opposite of the safety word, man. You said
no, but I think we still don't know. We still don't know how the new owner on board think about Lukaku. Like all grain and butter.
They were willing to take a huge loss on the fact of on just getting him out.
Yeah, I think
what can we get from him in the summer?
No, we're not selling him because nobody will want him.
No one's going to pick up the wages.
What will happen? What usually what happens? Don't forget, Lukaku doesn't want to be at Chelsea either, so he will look for his for the move out. If he cannot find the club to some kind of money, what will happen is Chelsea will pay him, for example, not the whole contract out, but will tell, look, we will pay your next year's salary up and you're free agent.
That's a big loss. That's a big
loss.
But
it's loss on the old regime because he was
I know. But surely you get some money
not take
for him.
any.
Also, it's a loss that you have to take, but just to get rid of this guy, because then you can use his wages.
I'd take it.
I'm
not sure that they. I don't know.
The only thing we're spending on is his wages, right? Because if you remember the summer we bought him, he was the only financial bit that we bought, and we sold over 100 million worth of talent reportedly.
Look, people forget
we covered his transfer fee, so in essence, you might get a bit of a profit on him by what you sell because we already covered what we spent on him. So it's just his wages, getting his wages off.
If you think there's a chance he coming back to Chelsea, you're forgetting one major thing. Todd Bowley tried to convince him to stay.
Yeah. Wanted to go.
And he got pissed off and told him, "I don't want that guy in the club anymore."
If we can't sell him, the best bit is to loan him, but have the other club pay the bulk or all of his wages, which is the sticking point.
Or I will put him in a youth and stick him for 3 years.
I was thinking, can Chelsea do what they did with Batshuayi Lukaku, like just loan him from country to country for the eternity?
I mean,
do whatever the crap they want.
Then there needs to be a market for him. He needs to go.
Yeah, and also people need to pay a big bulk or all of his wages.
Exactly.
That's the thing. That's
Look,
what we're paying.
Harry Kane living in the summer. Kante coming with open arms. If he's still,
might be gone as well.
if he's still there, which I don't think it will be though. I think Kante is gone.
No, the dream is Alex. He's still there. They signed him, but he sacked he or leaves a month later.
Yeah.
He's there.
Oh, he'd take him.
No, he'd take him, but the dream is
100%.
that they sign him. Like Conte walks like a week after the transfer window because he didn't get all that he wanted. So Lukaku's there.
yeah.
Lukaku's there.
And they bring in Tuchel, and you don't want him.
I mean, people are taking the piss out of Lukaku's first touch, in the game. Like it was
bad. I was watching that game.
His first touch is literally a shot on target. Like
he has been terrible. He has been like, I knew he wasn't going to be the same player, right? When he went back to Inter, I didn't realize he was going to be this bad.
He's fat.
He is
overweighted.
He is comfortably like their fourth, maybe fifth best striker. He's terrible. He's awful.
The drop off though is insane to me. How this guy went from top 5.
Thought of this player that the way he is right now, he's always that player. Just
when I say terrible, I mean like he was always limited technically, right? Always limited. But like at least he scored goals, or at least there was some at least he had an element of there was an element about him that made him threatening. There's nothing about him right now that's threatening as a striker. There's nothing. As a defender, to defend him must be the easiest job of your life.
Yeah.
There's nothing threatening about him as a player anymore.
Just send him to the MLS. He thinks he's American anyway.
Hey, bro, he'd flop in the MLS. Like people will laugh, but he'd flop in the MLS, 100%.
Yes, you would.
Who's that?
Lukaku.
There's too much food in America for him to enjoy.
Considering that Bale, in his current state, is a much better player, and for the most part, he struggled in the MLS.
No, guys, MLS is a reach. As much as I Lukaku, MLS they trash.
Bro, I watch the MLS consistently. I watched Bale struggle, and Bale is better. Bale is fitter and better, and he struggled. This dude will do fuck all in the MLS. He will do nothing. Higuain struggled, and Higuain is better technically as a footballer.
As much as I don't like MLS, they do run a lot. They run. They bunch of teams of mounts and run mounts.
I think he could do in the Chinese league.
You have to be fit, or you have to actually be able to play. If you're not fit, that's how Higuain got away with it. He ended up being because of how good he is technically, he could get away with not being fit all the time. Lukaku did fuck all. But as you said, China or Saudi Arabia.
Look at Rooney. He's overweight and everything in MLS. But the thing he's technical, so Rooney did the stuff that
exactly he did well because he was technical. This is the thing. Literally.
Lukaku in June, nothing, man.
Yeah, send him to Saudi Arabia or China or fucking Timbuktu or somewhere. So somewhere that ain't Chelsea.
China.
What's his name? The big nose from Sweden.
Zlatan.
Ibrahimovic. He did well in the thing because of his mentality and his finishing and technical ability. The rest of the stuff, his teammates are pissed because he didn't do nothing else.
Yeah,
and he get paid 2 or 3, 4 times higher than any of them.
Yeah, he told them he's a legend. It doesn't matter.
Yeah. Zlatan, bro. Zlatan in MLS was jokes. It was fun.
Yeah, he was telling them their levels low, but he's not doing any work.
Have you seen his debut? Because I didn't watch the game, but he literally came on and scored 2 goals to win the game while they were down. The MLS is jokes, man.
Yeah, his first thing was LA, you welcome.
Yeah.
As much as don't like the guy, but the ego of the guy is unbelievable, man. Unbelievable.
Yeah. Are you guys Fulham? I think I'm not.
Nope.
I just want to say something before we wrap up. Actually, that people that think that there's no circumstances where what's his name Potter get fired. I can give you a couple of one example that may will make you think actually. So here's the situation. If you think the 5 years is a backup is a big thing, it is a big thing to show if you're performing. The problem is Todd Bowley could be the one that actually trusts the process and all that, and he can wait. But Todd Bowley is only 20% holder of this company.
Yeah.
And another thing is he has to answer to the other ones what he does and why. So I understand that there's a 5-year contract that can tell that he's the man in the club. The problem is becoming if we consistently losing, for example, I'm just giving you a scenario. And I'm not saying this is gonna happen. I'm saying like one of those things can happen. What if we lose to Fulham and lose to Crystal Palace and stuff like that? I don't think it's going to be up to Todd Bowley to save his job. There's other people that could actually press Todd Bowley. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that could be the other problem for this manager. I'm not saying there is, but that's the only one I can actually see.
Because it was easier under Roman. It's one owner. But here you have...
Exactly. The problem is the other guy that looks like a professional killer beside Todd Bowley. I think he's the hard ass and the Todd Bowley is the good cop. You know, like a good cop, bad cop.
Yeah.
I think like that's the scenario I can give you that maybe it could be Todd Graham Potter could be under the.
If we lose to Fulham, the atmosphere in the Palace game is gonna be so toxic. Because
if we lose to Fulham and go 1-0 down to Palace.
Oh my god! It's gonna be really toxic.
You see what I'm saying? So I'm not saying like, look, I don't want, because I don't think it will achieve nothing. The only thing I will want him out is if we're in the relegation zone.
Oh yeah,
that's it. That's it. That's gonna be the big problem. That's it.
Listen, get to 40 points and then vibe for the rest.
Exactly.
Of the season. That's
we need
what I'm
40
doing.
points to
Vibe
be
for the rest of the
relegated.
season, man. You know what? Let's win the Champions League when we finish 14th. That will show him.
I'll take a Champions League at this point.
No shit. So would everyone else.
Man City.
If you get the Championship League, you get the top 4 next season.
Yeah,
you know that, right?
Yeah.
No. I think you just get the. I don't know. Is it? Have they changed?
Yes, you still get them into the Championship
No,
League next
you win
season.
the Champions League, you end up
4 or 5. I'm not sure it's 4 or 5. So.
Yeah,
5.
It's 5 teams next season.
It's gonna be 5 teams. It's not gonna be 4 like we kicked Tottenham out. It's gonna be 5.
We'll take whoever finishes 5th. So.
No. Finish 5th, you don't get in. It's
no,
4
what I'm saying is
if
we win the Champions League and we're not in the top 4 or 5 or whatever it is, then we kick out whoever's in that place, that last Champions League.
No, we're not kicking anyone out.
Next season, top 5 will get Championship League?
No, it's 4. It's 4.
No, I think next season it goes to 5.
Yeah, next season, not this season.
It's not
the
5.
Next season.
No, it's
okay, so we kick out whoever finishes 4th then, right?
It's like the performance and coefficient, and they made it so complicated.
Yeah. It's all coefficient, but at the moment that's the Premier League.
That doesn't mean the extra place will go to England. That extra place could go to France, could go to.
Yeah, that's not gonna happen. England,
there's a few places, but at the moment we'd be safe in that because we won it 2 years ago. We'd get it easily.
That's why we need to be in Europe. Actually, by the way, we need to be in Europe to keep.
Yeah, but actually, conversation's gonna be England's gonna have a top 6 in the next couple of years.
Yeah,
to Championship League, because Championship League is gonna be enlarged. Like it's gonna be more than 32 teams, I think.
Yeah, 32. Yeah, we need. That's why we need to qualify for Europe next season to boost our coefficient. At one point, it will come to that.
Like I said, I don't want Europe next season personally. Like, because I just think
like these kids that we have in the team, they'll play those group games in Europa League. The Santos, the Castade, they can play in the group stages.
I think you can give them Premier League minutes. I just don't want Europe because it gives these same players the same excuse all the time where they can just turn up.
No, but we're saying the same players are leaving in the summer, right? They're leaving in the summer, so. By that point,
the problem is I don't think you can get rid of all the players is the problem. So then you've got to keep some of them, and then I think that they will just like the ones that are still here.
The biggest
the same bullshit.
Though, like the Jorginho and who else is the big one that people always complain about? He's literally gonna leave now. I don't
take care, Sky.
He's on.
Cheers, guys.
Okay. Oh shit! Right, everyone did. All right, cool. No worries. Right, gonna wrap up the stream anyway. Yeah, it's been a fucking madness. I've just been sorting out travel, but yeah, big up everyone that's locked in. Like, subscribe, all of that.
If Flawless is still on, we're going to raid him, so check
Yes.
him out. Big up, like and subscribe, and as always, up the Chelsea.